As the party wakes to a large blackthorn breakfast, Aurelio is visited by Abysria. She tries to convince him to come back to her, and upon his refusal, surprisingly leaves peacefully, for now. When the rest of the party gathers, they take time to ask some questions with Altus's commune spell. Relieved Strix isn't aware of Aurelio's presence and that the depraved Thrill aren't working with him, they take their leave to hunt down Davin. When they finally reach the geysers, they notice a few owlin occasionally flying up in the distance. Aurelio sneaks over to the closest one and, without confirming if he's connected to the gang at all, rips off his wing and kidnaps him for the party. As they question him, they discover he's an innocent bystander. Aurelio and Molly both agree to let Mimi eat him. Altus, Trevor, and Willow all argue against it and bring the poor owlin back to life. They let him run away, never able to fly again. After some debating over the morality of what just happened, they move on to the second owling they saw. There they notice a group holding a young girl hostage and forcing an owlin to go down below in the geyser to look for something. As he dives into the geyser again, the party takes this opportunity to open battle with a wall of fire from Altus. The battle was grueling, but they managed to save the child from a demon, and Molly convinces an old acquaintance to switch sides. Willow falls in combat, revealing his true form to the newest members of the party. Now Davin is dead, and they will have to bring him back before they can question him. So for a second there, autocorrect had changed owlin to bowling, and that's why I stumbled. But what would the party like to do now that you've got your new shiny book and a dead depraved Thrill, and I believe Torin is stuck behind a wall of force right now, kind of tapping on it.
Well,
go ahead and let him lose.
Trevor, I don't know if you want to help me tie up Davin, but I'll try to bring him back to life after we have him, secured.
Or you see him manacle him. He flips him over and just manacle, and then gets some rope and binds him up.
I think I'll probably start casting Revivify at some point during that, because I don't think we have a lot of time, so...
Not at all. With that, he gasps awake as he's manacled. I'd say at this juncture, Willow kind of just curls up somewhere away from the group as his pony unicorn form.
I think Aurelio's plans might differ a bit from the group's here, and he's actually going and pulling Willow aside from the group and trying to check in on him, because Willow went down pretty hard in that last fight, and we also had those words before, so he's checking in on him and pulling him away if that causes a little bit of separation here.
Okay. We will start with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll start with Aurelio then, as you pull Willow away, and off to the side. He goes with you. He is sniffling and crying a little, though. But just trying to be quiet.
I'm just checking in on him, just like Willow. Are you doing all right, man? You went down pretty hard out there. I heard you call for me, and I came over there as quickly as I could.
I didn't want to die. It was scary. When she shot me, it was really bad. When he shot me, it was really bad. No, they all know.
It hurt quite a bit.
They all know I'm a unicorn now.
I think we can probably trust some of them, but you could also try and lie and tell them that this is an illusion and something that happens when you go down that makes people try and stay away from you. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I just don't want to be hunted anymore.
man, hold on. Can you come back to me? I've got to think about something real quick.
Okay. We will switch over, but I gotta stop my cat real quick. Alma! Stop it!
Good Momo, good boy.
Sorry, he likes to eat the tape. I don't know why. And it's on a box, so I can't get rid of it. But anyway, cats. With that, we will switch on back over to the others as you revivify Davin, and he gasps awake and just kind of groans and coughs a bit of blood out.
So this is all you, Molly. I'm gonna go take care of the others.
Sounds good. I think
Trevor
Molly's
will
probably.
go to the Owlins.
I think Molly's probably just gonna kind of squat down and be like eye level with David.
You see Mimi in the background just feasting on the bodies.
So, what are y'all doing out here?
Well, you know, it seemed like a great place to set up camp. Take a vacation.
And you just torture little Owlin kids as part of the vacation?
What can I say? Some of them get bored.
Where's Altus right now?
I mean, Wall of Force only lasts a minute, but I think he's a little out of it. I think he's sort of slowly walked towards where everyone is, and maybe whatever the name is of the guy who's inside the Wall of Force who's tapping on it. I'm just sort of tapping back.
All right.
Trevor's gonna make sure the two Owlins are okay, and then go and corral up an Altus.
We'll get back to you in a second there, Trevor.
I think Molly's probably just gonna call over to Altus and just be like, "You wanna help me over here real quick?"
What? Yes. Sure, of course. What are we doing with this person?
Just asking some questions. Hopefully getting truthful answers.
Sure, yes. Oh, also, Altus is 16 feet tall right now and for the next 10 minutes, because I did use that ability, so he real big. Hey, dude,
Nice.
Do you want to keep your arms? I won't hurt you, but this lady is going to rip your arms off. Pretty ironic. Why don't you just be honest and tell us whatever she needs to know? And don't lie to us, or we'll rip your arms off, once again, reiterating.
Make me an intimidation check.
Great. Do I have advantage because I'm 16 feet tall?
You should throw in. You should see what we do to the people who are innocent.
I feel like just because of your nonchalant way of talking, it lowers your chances a bit too. So, I don't know. Let's. How do you want to get advantage here? Do you get up to him intimidatingly, or like are you just the way you are?
I think I'm huge. I already was so physically big, and now I'm double the size. So I just like put my massive hands like on the side of his head, and I'm like saying this directly into his face.
Nah, I think not. Just because he's in a group that literally had a guy who summoned
Isn't he
demons.
tied up and we just killed all his friends also? Am I not getting a help action from that? Or Molly?
All right, fine. You can have your advantage. You've convinced me.
Yes.
All right, with that, so he kind of just... It is that moment where he's sort of eyeing you, like, granted you are intimidating by size, But like I said, he's a part of a gang that does a lot of shit. You know, he had a guy who summons demons for, you know. But as he glances to the side, seeing Mimi eat the corpses of his subordinates, surrounded by just the bodies of everyone. I mean, what do you want to know?
Well, the truthful answers to the questions I already asked you would be a good start.
We're here on a job. What do you think? It's what we fucking do.
And the job is...
to get an item, an artifact.
Now, we already caught another one of your groups getting a godly artifact. Oh my god, where was that at?
Grawl.
Outside of Grawl.
Yes. Outside of Grawl, so you want to be a little more forthright about what exactly you're getting out here?
Look, I was just told there's an artifact out here and to go find it. There's not like, you know, a pamphlet. Hey, here's the missing artifacts in the world. We got word there was something and we came to look. Maybe it was a godly one, maybe not. Kinda hope it is, but it is what it is.
And who gave you this job?
The higher-ups. This one comes from the
give
top.
me a name.
I can't do that, and you know it.
Well, if you don't...
Look, you fucks are scary, but... Molly, you're set to be killed by us. You know what it's like to go against them. Hell, he's probably dead too. He just gestures over to Torin, who I think by now the wall of force would have come off and he's heading over.
No, we've got some pretty powerful people in the city. I'm pretty confident we can keep him and myself all right. We could probably keep you all right too.
Are you more scared of what the gang you are a part of will do to you in the future, or what this group of violent strangers is going to do to you right now? What's the fucking name, dude? Do you mean literally can't say, like, because of magic, or are you trying to be cool? Because guess what? You're about to fucking die if you don't give us the name.
And what if I do and you kill me anyway?
Well, tough shit. Either way, you're dead. 33% chance you live if you do what we say.
I think Molly just gives her nicest smile that she can.
Is that going to give advantage or disadvantage? No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to pick him up by the throat and hold him over the geyser.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like you to make me another advantage intimidation.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled physical dice.
That's fine, you can.
Okay, great, because that was really good. 27.
Yeah, I don't mind if you want to keep rolling physical dice. I just wanted your character sheet in there for, you know.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, hi, buddy. I am trying to play a murderous asshole here.
I mean, a cat.
Yeah.
Kind of spiritually
my villain.
in the same lane. Yeah.
This is my villain arc. So as you do that, his eyes kind of widen and he hacks and coughs a bit, and he's just like, oh, okay. But he, you know, he can't talk while you're holding him by his throat. So do you pull him back over?
Yeah, I'll hold him by, like, the scruff of whatever he's wearing, right on the edge.
Okay.
So that, like, not where he's standing, but where he is, like, leaned back over the hole, and I'm the only thing keeping him from falling in. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, he's like, my right pocket, it has a sending stone to him. Talk to him yourself.
What is his name?
He seems really torn by telling you, even with this. He is scared to die right now with the way you're doing it, but you can just to like reiterate how scary this guy must be, as he hesitates even now to tell you, but Glazier. I will type out
Glazier
in the chat.
Glazier.
Does that ring any bells for me?
I will say he doesn't go to talk to a lot of people at your level, but make me a history check with advantage because you were a part of the gang, so.
All right.
I will turn and look at you, Molly, and I think this is maybe the first time we've made eye contact since the weird murder situation, and I'll get rid of a first level slot to gain bardic inspiration, and there's like a breeze that washes over you, and I'll give you a d10.
Sweet. I needed it.
Even with an 11, unfortunately, that's not quite enough to know this name at all.
Railroading. She rolled an 11. I don't know if you saw that or not, but
yeah,
that's like 2 digits.
So good.
It's very good.
Okay, so if you ever read the DMG, they say 10 is easy, 15's medium, 20 is hard. This was a 15.
Why even have her roll at all, Sarah, if it's just that hard?
You gotta roll above an 11.
You guys would die with Canyon as a DM. No, definitely not.
Okay.
Actually, no, I will let you roll in a history. There is a rare chance you did. You have spent a lot of time. If you want to roll 2, Trevor, you can. With the 17, because as I said, it was 15. You do know. You wouldn't necessarily know as much as Molly might have, being a part of the gang, but you do, and Trevor, you've kind of heard of a notorious sort of like this is a guy that you hear about to stay away from, or in Trevor's case, arrest on sight. Like, he's just been known to do bad things, or if bad things have happened in an area, he's one of those elusive targets that, like, he was a part of it somehow and escaped it. And it usually has a lot to do with people dying. Like, you don't necessarily know enough to know what his involvement is directly, just that he is involved in some way and always gets away with it. He's a bad dude.
I think first things first, Molly's gonna pluck the sending stone from the pocket.
You do?
Isn't there a way to scry off objects?
I mean, if someone has scrying, we can look into that.
If you have an object associated with the person, it gives them a penalty to their saving throw. But they also get a bonus to their saving throw if you haven't met them. So it kind of evens out. And it's hard to say if, like, is this sending stone his, or it's like, this is linked to him. So I cannot scry. I do not have that spell.
I think that being said, as Molly takes the sending stone, though, we will switch over to Trevor heading to the Owlins. You see that guy is holding the little girl against him and, you know, just crushing her to him. And, she's like, you're hurting me. You gotta let me go. And he's just like, sorry, I'm so worried about you, and checking her over, and she is bruised still from whatever they've done to her before you guys arrived, but
he's gonna, like, kneel and be like, You were so brave back there. Here, you deserve this. He's gonna hand her one of the Black Warden badges.
The little cadet badges that you have.
Yeah, he's like patting her on the head while kneeling.
So she takes it, like, it seems like she lights up. She doesn't quite know what it is from. Like, it's not like some recognition, but she gets a badge. So she thinks she did great and just lights up with it. Like, thanks, mister.
Yeah, no worries. You deserve it. Like I said, very brave in the face of danger. But, where are you folks from?
He hesitates, looking back at Mimi feasting on bodies. And he's just...
Yeah, Trevor is like trying to obscure that from the little one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely him too. Like she's on the other side, away from vision, and he's just like, not from around here.
Well, I'm guessing you have the ability to make it home.
Yes, we can do that, certainly. Thank you for your help.
Yes, no worries. That's the Blackthorns and the Black Wardens do. Sorry about the chaos and all that.
I don't really know what a Blackthorn or Black Warden is, but if this is what you do, then I am very appreciative.
He smiles and nods. I think you guys should probably make haste. Do you have supplies?
Yes, we can make it back. Again, thank you. I don't know what they would have done to her if you all didn't intervene.
Well, you did good. Thank you very much for the item, by the way. And like I said, very brave. You guys have safe travels, all right? He's going to shake his hand.
Of course, he shakes yours, and I suppose, yes, the item you can keep as reward, but otherwise, just thank you. And good luck with whatever. Then he looks over and sees Altus like holding the guy over the geyser. With whatever you're doing.
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Safe travels.
And he scoops up the girl and spreads his wings and flutters off into the sky. Actually, he kind of walks over and waits for a geyser to almost start going, so he can use that lift off to get him up into the air easier before it erupts and burns him.
Smart.
And there's a reason the owlins live around here, apparently, and he flies off and away. And with that, is Aurelio ready? Can we come back to him, or?
Yeah, I just had to do a little bit of a moment of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Especially after Willow said he doesn't want people to hunt him anymore. I thought about a couple different options, but I think I'm going to say I might have a little idea for that. Let's keep on going out into the woods a little further, and I'll try and direct him over to some trees or like a little copse or something, and go over there. And I want to
quite a ways from trees, unfortunately, because this is like the geysers land like in the middle, so you would have to go like maybe an hour or two to get to trees if you wanted, unfortunately.
Even with flight.
Let's see, with flight I will cut it down to a half hour. Because you are literally in the middle of the geysers section. So, to get down here.
I think I'm just going to message back to probably Mimi, since I've known Mimi the longest. And I'll say, hey, Mimi, just let the group know that me and Willow have to go take care of something. We'll be gone for about an hour, maybe 2.
Okay. Have fun. Don't eat anything while I'm gone, or while you're gone, while everyone's gone.
Let's see what we can do. And I'll load Willow and myself up and just take off and start flying towards the woods.
I'll save you the heart from Davin.
Appreciate it.
And you head off towards the woods, which I think we'll come back to then, sorry, because it's going to take you a bit to travel out there. And we'll switch back over to, I guess, Molly and Altus, and by now if Trevor wanted to walk over and join them, he can.
Yep.
So Molly, you grabbed the stone.
I think she just kind of looks at it in her hand and looks back up to
You can't
David
tell
and
him.
says,
You can't tell him it was from me.
of course not. Like you said, I understand probably better than anyone.
I don't think
Speaking
you do. You're both fucked, you know that. You're both fucked.
I don't believe so. You know, I bet there's a huge bounty on him.
Good luck with that.
I meant on you as well. Altus, we might be able to make a good little penny off him, I bet.
Molly, what else did you want to ask this piece of shit?
Well, just a couple more questions. You obviously know who I am. You know anything about a hit put out on me that ended up killing an artificer?
Just a little. You denied the gang. It could have been done amicably, but you refused. So you were punished. And now we have to kill you.
And who exactly was it that wanted to dole out this punishment?
I mean, the rules come from the top.
I want to know who exactly saw an artificer in a shop by herself with me nowhere around and said, yeah, fuck it. Her too. That is what I'm trying to get from you.
I don't know who was on the job specifically.
I'm gonna, release my grip and have just one huge finger, grab. So whatever, shirt button. So I'm just holding them by a button of their shirt over this place. Why don't you give your best guess?
Your lip grip.
What do you want from me? If I don't know, I don't fucking know. Come on.
I guess, may I do an insight check to see if I believe that he doesn't know anything?
Yeah, make an insight check.
I would like to join that effort.
Me as well.
Oh, damn. Well, never mind. Hell yeah, Molly.
Trevor's like, he's lying.
Just oh no, Altus, your grip is slipping.
With that, yeah, Molly, you can definitely tell he does not know specifically who was on your job to kill you and Opal, but you can tell he doesn't want to die, but you can also tell he definitely, thinking back about the conversation, is very afraid of this Glazier guy.
Well, I'm done with him. He doesn't know shit.
Well, we could lock him up, and then, they could come for him later, and it'll make it easier. We could just wait.
Well, just one more thing, maybe a couple things. This Glazier guy, what do you know anything he likes? Any people he loves? Any objects he values? If someone wanted to hurt him, what would you break?
The button snaps. You try to grab him.
I cast Levitate on him from my flute.
Okay.
So he's hovering over the edge.
And with that, yeah, he screams as he's about to plummet and instead starts hovering. Nearby, you see a couple of the other geysers erupt, which also does not help the situation with him hanging over a geyser. And I apologize, could you repeat your question to him?
Oh, I just asked if he has any idea of anything Glazier values. If someone wanted to hurt Glazier, what would you try to break? If it's a person or an object, if he owns property.
His pet cat.
Yeah.
Mittens. I don't know the guy that well. I fucking just take orders from him. I guess what's important to him is getting the job done. You don't go back to him with a no.
Oh, so
then I guess you won't be going back to him. Say that again.
I'll just keep fucking everything up for him then. That seems fair.
Right. I will drop my concentration on the levitate. It feather falls. Effectively, you can't, pick someone up. They don't plummet to the ground, but I will just drop this guy safely down into the geyser and turn around.
All right. As he safely floats down, he's like, I fucking knew it, you fucking assholes! I answered your fucking questions!
You are still alive!
You motherfucker! I hope he kills you and your fucking family!
Well, you could try. My family is quite armed.
I'm still alive! Fuck you! As he's
See, nature has decided to take its time today.
Yes.
You're gonna regret this. You motherfuckers, you're gonna regret this. As he disappears into the dark. And at some point, that geyser does erupt. Did he make it to the bottom in time? You don't know. Is the bottom lava? You don't know.
Lava?
You found that artifact.
The core of the earth. The oldest artifact there is.
It's fucking lava.
Just looks at all twos. Well. Alright, seems like you're doing better.
Yes. Was that satisfactory, Molly? We got a name. I've heard of that guy before. Not really anything specific, but that name is sort of thrown around a lot. Very shady.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was about all the information he could have given us, and plus, we have a way to contact him now, so it went pretty good.
Maybe
Sorry.
maybe Mom has an ability to scry.
That'd be great. I really appreciate both of you helping me.
Of course. Seems like these people fucking suck. I feel really weird. I felt okay dropping that guy into a hole because he seemed awful. And also they were going to do something to that child, maybe? So I don't know. Speaking of, where is the panther guy? And, I'm sorry, unicorn?
I don't know.
Is that like...
So
This feels rude to ask, but is it okay that... Should we be concerned that that guy took that child away into the woods? I know it seems like they trust each other, but
From what I have seen, he does seem rather fatherly towards him. I don't think anything bad
Okay.
will happen.
well, I thought that he seemed chill, and then he tried to kill that innocent person. So I'm just sort of going along with whatever happens.
While they were talking, I think Molly had kind of left them at some point and was going to meet with Torin. So he's not just standing there.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was another guy.
He kind of is, but he's giving space because he doesn't know you people, so he's just kind of off to the side. Watch Davin slowly drift off into the darkness. Didn't seem to care. But, as Molly approaches, he sort of nods his head to her. How you been?
I've been better. She goes to, give him, the handshake where you're just kind of,
Yeah.
touching, holding wrists.
Yeah.
Yes.
The strong arm shake. And, yeah,
How about you, old man?
Hey, I'm not that old. I guess I am older than you, though. He smirks. I mean... I don't know. Same.
Well, thank
What
you
did
for helping us.
Why'd you go against them?
Well, for one, they put me on this job and I almost fucking died. And, if it was something, if I had just made a mistake or I did something stupid, it'd be my own fault. But it was like this job was designed to fucking kill me. I mean, I lost my arm. I barely made it out of there. And then, I met someone who was really good. And it made me feel like maybe I could be that too.
Why aren't you with them then?
Well, that's kind of why I've been back here hunting you guys. They put a hit out on me, of course, because when they heard I survived, I didn't go back. They tried to recruit me again, basically, and I said, hell no, because I'm not about to do another job like that one, and, well, they just wouldn't take no for an answer.
And this person got caught in the crossfire, I take it?
Yeah. I was just out one day and I told her to be careful, but to be honest, I thought we had ended things amicably. I just wanted to be dead to them, I just wanted to act like I didn't exist, but I came back and she was cold.
Yeah, the world's pretty shitty of a place.
That it is.
So what's your plans now?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep running it up the chain until there's no one left.
You can't go after Glazier.
Why not?
Look, I only ever met the guy once, and I knew after that he's not one I want to fuck with. He isn't one you want to fuck with either, Molly. Even if you have some weird creepy monster thing. Just eyes Mimi in the background. Besides, look, it's not just Glazier, it's the people he's collected and the things he's collected along the way. He's a powerful and cold motherfucker, and that's coming from me. And, I don't know, he always finds a way to get people to work for him or kills them, and you shouldn't be in those crossfires either. Momo.
The cat is extra feisty today.
Oh, he is. He's an orange one, and if you've ever owned an orange cat, they are psychotic. And today's just one of those days. Sorry.
You're fine. I think Molly's probably just going to smile at him and just change the subject and be like, you know what? You and I have a lot of catching up to do.
You going back to Port Arbis? Maybe we can grab a beer. If
Hell yeah.
You're fine with me tagging along?
Of course, I mean, I feel like I gotta give you some kind of protection after this.
Well, just don't mention that, I helped you. That'd be a big help.
Obviously.
And with that, we will scooch on over to Aurelio, who is flying away with, of course you'll have to do it on the broom, because Willow is out of, although he could polymorph. Forgot he's got that. So yeah, he could polymorph
and
instead.
In my panther form, or not panther form, but like hybrid form, I'm like huge. So I'm sure carrying a unicorn probably wouldn't be too hard, but at the same time, I think better safe than sorry, and putting him on the broom and keeping the wings is like a little boost for us.
Yeah, he's only got one ability to polymorph, and then he's out of all his high-level spell slots, which he would explain to you in-game, not, with slots. But, yeah, so I'm sure just in case something comes up, you'd rather have him keep it anyway, so you will have to hold him on the broom and take him away to the tree line.
Let me check. I have... no, I think I'm going to save mine too. Just in case.
Yeah. But yeah, on the way you had mentioned talking to him, so...
So, I've got an idea, Willow, and I know that we're both understanding of Gaia and of her, and I think that with the gifts that she's given me, you might also be able to take on those gifts as well, and just be better able to protect, defend yourself, everything. Would you be open to something like that? Maybe becoming a little white panther?
I don't know, can I even? Is it unicorn?
I mean, I didn't think I was going to be able to as a vampire, but I'm sure we'll figure something out.
That'd be kind of cool. To be like you, but white.
Let's go see if we can talk to Gaia. Okay.
And eventually you do make it to the tree line and, get in. It kind of would be a little nostalgic for you. Last time you made it through this section of the woods was a very different story for you. And now you're here for very dramatic reasons yet again.
I'm thinking of that, but I'm also thinking about the hunt that I went on to try and find Gaia the last time. And I'm thinking about stuff like that. So I think even at that point too, I'll be like, well, maybe we just try this. And I reach over and I will use my polymorph on Will, and I'll turn him into a panther, and I'll shift into like the true panther form and just start going through the woods and then find a good spot to hunt and prey, I guess, as we do
Yeah.
with Gaia.
With that, as you shift him over, technically you have the choice of making him a different color if you wanted, but do you keep him white or...
I'd leave it up to him, but if he wanted to be white or if he wanted to, look like me, that like very dark brown and kind of, black spots.
Then
give him an
yeah,
option, though.
I think he'll choose to look a little bit like you, as much as he had, anger towards you earlier. Going down in combat 2 times in a row kind of shifts a child's perspective to the one person who's been his protector. So he's just like, yeah, I'll look like you. That'd be cool.
And I'm not saying this out loud to him, but really, realistically, anybody who Aurelio perceives as a threat, even just a little bit, like that guy could have been a threat by going out and telling about us. I don't know. He's trying to justify it in his own head over and over again.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite feel bad, but...
Yeah, that sure. Whatever Aurelio tells himself.
Exactly.
But I would like you to make me a survival check, and I'll make one for him to do a little bit of a hunt, as this vegetarian unicorn is going to go out helping you kill something.
19?
All right. The two of you definitely together make a really neat sort of packed thing where you sort of corral one to the other and then, do this wild hunt. I will say Willow is a little more soft in it. He either is the one that chases the animal to you, or he just kind of lightly nibbles and then lets it go. he can't bring himself to killing an innocent prey animal, but he doesn't care if you win. Yeah. So with that, yeah, you guys do this together, and as you sort of sink into that primal bestial urge again, you do, especially with your scars, they don't sting. Well, they do sting a little, but they do pulse with this sort of power, and it's almost like as your heart beats, it's almost like it's syncing with the beat of the earth. And you do feel that connection to Gaia as you guys do a very, very successful hunt together.
Yeah, I think as we start to feel that connection, do I get the sense that she's here around us, or that she's just available to talk?
Yeah, it's kind of like with her, it's less direct. Like with Abysria, it was so direct. Mm-hmm. She was just fucking there. But with Gaia, it's sort of like you get this feeling of her, and you think that this could be her listening, or it's just you connected to her in some way. But if you're connected to her, obviously she must be able to hear you then, right?
Yeah, so and just in my head, I'm not speaking this out loud vocally, but I'm saying I'm worried about Willow. So many things are trying to get their teeth into him, and as much as I am going to try and be there for him always, I'm also trying to give him the gifts to be able to protect himself. And with the gift that you bestowed to me, I think that would also really go a long way in helping Willow achieve everything that he should be able to be capable of.
I would like either a persuasion or religion, and I'll say at advantage because of the successful hunt that you did.
22. Thanks, advantage. That other one was a nat 1.
Always nice to steer away from nat 1s. With a 22, as you're saying all these things, you feel that pulse in the earth again, and it's almost like your consciousness or your vision sort of comes into the roots of the trees around you and pulses around, and it's less about visuals and more about feeling the earth. You can feel what's around you, the birds in the trees and the rabbits running the fuck away from you, and the deer further away, the wolves on the prowl. You feel all of these senses from the roots of these trees. And then off in the distance, there's a pull, something stronger, this incredible presence of roots. Again, to the north, your vision is pulled to that tree, and you get the sense that Willow is there in this vision, and just everything around him is blooming and erupting. Trees are growing, trees are bowing to him. If you want him safe, take him home and be his protector.
I can do that, but it's going to take us time. We're about to go up against one of the deadliest enemies that I've ever faced. And just this morning, Abysria came again and tried to get Willow under her control.
There's a low guttural growl that almost resonates throughout the earth when you mention that. You feel this convergence of energy near where you guys are prowling. And from that, this gorgeous flower blooms. And you get the sense that you need to brew this into a tea for him.
Right. And I go over and I pick it up and I take the flower and I put it into my bag, and
it's definitely one you've never seen before in your life, ever.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I take it and I put it into my bag and I say, well, Willow, my boy, I think we got an answer. I don't know if it was the answer that we were looking for, but...
You kind of see him almost like pawing into the ground, like he's also feeling something, that connection to the roots, as he's just sort of... His eyes were closed, but he looks over and he still seems to have that connection too, as his eyes are glowing a little bit. I can sense her everywhere.
I think once we're done here, we need to get you home as soon as possible.
He nods. I think so. I really want to have Mom back too, and I really want you to meet her. I think you'd like her.
I think so too. From everything that you've told me about her, she seems like she'd be really good for me and really good for you.
Super smart and powerful and pretty. I miss her.
Since I'm in a panther and he's in a panther, I'll do like that cat like nuzzle.
Yeah.
Like kind of do that like face rub and just be like,
nuzzles against you.
Well, what do you think? Should we go and try and find the others, or do you want to keep hunting?
Let's keep hunting for a while, and we can find them later.
All right. And I think just because our plan was to go back once we were done with them, I'm gonna try and like guide us in a northwesterly direction on our hunt. That way we are kind of killing two birds with one stone, you know?
Yeah, you can totally do that. I mean, there's fewer animals the more north you get for obvious reasons, but yeah, no worries. You can definitely do that. Besides, it's more about the practice than the actual hunt for Willow. And with that, we will switch over back to Molly, Altus, and Trevor. Molly, you just promised Torin to take him along and have a beer, but we will go to Altus and Trevor. Were you two gonna chat a little, or?
Well, Altus, the day didn't start out the best, but I'd say it was a good ending.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. This was good. I feel good. Everything is great.
He puts an arm around him. When we get back to town, we'll go to a party.
Right. Yes. How long have you known these people?
Not long enough.
Okay, is that like a week? A month?
Give or take, probably going on 2 weeks now. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Actually,
holy shit! Wow.
I think it was less than that. I think it's actually... Let me think. So you met them in True Pine, stayed there for about a day, a few days to get up to Grawl. That's about 4. Couple of days in Port Arbis. Yeah, it's been a week. Like, that's it. Just a week.
Yeah, it's been about a week.
Right. Okay. And Molly is also pretty new, from what she had said. Cool. Well, I feel really weird. I think I maybe trust people a little too quickly. I'm not like too concerned, but you know, Aurelio tried to murder that person. I'm still kind of reeling from that. I don't understand why. I get that, you know, people have trauma and it makes them all squiggly, but yeah, I'm not feeling as confident as I was this morning that I am making the right decision. I want to take down the evil vampire, and I feel good about the violence that was enacted upon the people here, but I'm a little bit reassessing. Also, no offense, Trevor, but I am a little bit reassessing what I thought about your family after some of their comments. I think my world is kind of spinning a little.
I understand exactly what you mean. You know, the innocence of it all kind of fades away, and then you're left with the husk of harsh, cruel reality. I understand completely. That's how I felt.
Sure.
Too.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if it's like the husk of reality to be like, hey, that man was an innocent guy, and I said that out loud, and then you try to kill him.
Yeah,
I don't think that's like, oh wow, I was so naive. That's like, wait, why did you try to murder him? That was crazy.
No, I totally understand you on that. I wasn't on board as well. I'm sure you saw.
Yes.
What I mean is, it's hard to explain. The best way to put it is you're sheltered against the cruelness of people. Does that make sense? Like, you mostly seen the royal nobility side of things and the streets, but you haven't really seen that underbelly yet, where the shittiest people can be.
I mean, rich people are often very horrible and cruel because they are bored and there are no consequences. So I know some horrible people. I know people do bad things. It's not that I am surprised about violence existing. It's that I was very shocked and confused by what happened with that Owlin man. And it is making me a little bit dubious. Also, okay, just a question. Your mother told your brother or your sister or your father maybe, she said, this has been ringing in my head since she said it. She said, tell the black guards, the black wardens to give them a break, in reference to the Tabaxi family, whose name was something. The street cats.
Cats?
What did she mean by that? Yes, the street cats. Give them a break.
It was not metaphorically like as if break them. It was like leave them alone for a while. Let them be. Because they do things that we would normally detain someone for. So she was basically saying like, don't do that.
No, I understand. That was the bit that maybe has been disturbing me. If she's saying that at any time they could just stop policing them, then clearly the street cats are not like a threat to anyone's safety. The crimes they are committing aren't like important to hurting the economy or anything. It felt so like flippant of like, okay, those street orphans that we hunt, give them a break for a week. And it was like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, then why are you doing it at all? If it doesn't matter, like, stop. It's a bunch of kids.
You are investing so much into nothing, my friend. We do not hunt street orphans stealing bread. We hunt the assholes who kill the street orphans trying to steal for bread. So what she was saying is go tell the guards to lay off. Because the guards will listen to us.
Right, tell the guards to lay off.
Yes, we don't hunt the kids starving in the streets. That's definitely not us.
Was Trevor there when we visited the alley cats? Street cats?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's been a little bit of a crazy 24 hours. We went and met the alley cats, and it was like literally a bunch of. I thought it was going to be like hardened criminal. Like I thought it was going to be like these guys. I point at the giant geyser. I thought it would be like him, but it was like 8 children that were barely eating, and like 3 siblings desperately trying to take care of them.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of those gangs, and we don't even bother messing with them. There's no reason, as you said. We look for the people who prey on them.
Like your family.
What the fuck are you saying? I'm literally telling you we do not prey on them, and you're like, but your family does.
Wait, but your mother...
I think at some point, seeing them in maybe like a heated conversation, Molly might...
Trevor is confused. He's like, I've literally said multiple times now we don't, but you keep coming back to we do.
Isn't that what Malira said, though? She was like, tell the guards to lay off the alley cats for a week.
Yeah, but you have to remember they're thieves. They literally break the law, so...
But, like, what are they stealing? Food?
You don't
all the
know.
Children they take care of?
Well, clearly it must not be if guards are going after them. They must steal a little bit more than food if they literally are a good choice to snoop on Alistair Strix. I mean...
I just think if the police are like, we can afford to stop policing them, then it's like, oh, so you're doing this at will. I think just in Altus's head, he's like, oh, wait, hold on. Let's go. I think he's just questioning the whole power system. Yes, Molly.
I think she just kind of walks up and hears tail end of what you guys are talking about. And it's just like, so, it's been a long day, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
Uh-huh.
Torin followed behind her, too, by the way, and just kind of gives a...
Hello? What's up? You're still alive? That's fun for you?
Yeah, appreciate living. Can't say Davin's gonna make it out too well. Just looks down the hole.
Speaking of, Altus, I wouldn't have asked you to do that. I appreciate your help, but I wouldn't have asked you to be the one to do that.
Oh, honestly, I had no problem doing it. It seemed like he was going to run and tattle the first chance he got, so we couldn't just let him go, right?
Yeah. That sounds really similar to maybe what Aurelio was thinking about that Owlin.
That guy was just a civilian, though. That is the difference. This guy is a murderous criminal who said, I'm going to run and tattle. And the other guy said, I'm innocent, I'll leave.
I do see what you're attempting to do. I do have to also agree with Altus on this.
I'm not saying that it wasn't wrong.
There is a difference between I'm an innocent guy, I don't know, to summon devils and fuck around. He found out.
I think I'm just trying to point out to Altus that there's a lot of different, not what everyone is doing might not just be, overtly malicious.
The world is full of nuances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do think cold-blooded murder is the definition of malicious. I understand, maybe, why that happened. But let me just be clear. I'm okay with cold-blooded murder on evil, violent, blood-sucking monsters. I'm not okay with cold-blooded murder because it's more convenient. Necessarily. Yes. Killing? Love. I studied history. Violence is sacred. It is holy. It is important. Nothing good. No evil has ever been overthrown without violence. But it's a hard line to walk. But also,
you start to sound like an absolver the more you talk.
Hey, how dare you?
He goes to Domina.
Right, plot twist, he's the Domina follower, just blood, death, vengeance.
With that too, though, Mimi starts heading over after his feast, now that there's no bodies left, and he stops at the Willow's blood, though, and all his eyes kind of look at it, look around, look at the blood.
No, Mimi. We do not taste our friends.
I was not thinking of eating it. I was thinking of how to scoop up all the blood into a vial. He pulls out a vial, and a tentacle starts trying to scoop it into this vial.
I'll use a mage hand and I'll help Mimi.
As you do this, he quietly whispers to you, "Do you think it would taste good?"
I was wondering the exact same thing.
I'll split a taste with you.
Okay.
And you scoop up what you can, which isn't going to be a lot. As much as Willow did bleed out here, it's kind of hard to get, off a flat, rocky surface, like all the blood into a vial. But you get a little bit, and after that, Mimi will look around, and he's just like, "Where is Davin?"
He is trying to climb out of a geyser.
He crawls over to the nearest geyser and looks in. I don't think he's going to make it. I promised Aurelio his heart.
Oh. Why? For what?
Aurelio likes to eat the hearts of the leaders.
If I were to guess, it's probably some weird Gaia thing. I do not know much of that goddess.
Okay.
He scrambles somewhere a little bit away and vomits up a body and starts plucking the heart out of that and then eats the body again.
Wow. Good lord. Horrifying. Where is Aurelio, by the way? Speaking of.
He pulls out a bag of holding and puts the heart in there, and the bag of holding disappears into his fleshiness, and he looks at you and says, oh, he went away for a couple of hours with Willow.
Okay. Turn back to the others. Should we go back to the city?
What time of day does it seem to be right now?
Afternoon, like just turned around noon, afternoon, 12 to 1, somewhere around there.
I mean, Mimi, can you get a message to Aurelio if we need to?
No.
I can.
I mean, he can fly, so I don't really see any reason that we have to wait for him. I mean, we could just head back and they just meet us.
Sure, yes. Where should we meet? Are we heading back to the Blackthorn Manor? Where do we want to go?
Well, I think that makes sense. Trevor, what about you?
Yeah, the Blackthorn Manor.
All right, cool.
Why am I not eating this one? Mimi pokes at Torin, who
Mimi, he's my best friend.
gives a very big step away from the giant monster. And oh, okay. Hello, I am Mimi. Mimi Cree. I'm Torin. Nice to meet you, Mimi. You too! And then he turns into a wagon.
Mimi is rather eccentric, but does have good wares.
Yes! Mimi Cree's infamous emporium! I have all kinds of things to sell. Weapons, and potions, and gear, and weapons, and armor, and potions.
Speaking of, didn't we found the artifact they were looking for here, yeah?
Yeah, who kept the book? Yeah, who kept the book?
Oh, yeah.
Don't know who has it.
Altus and Aurelio went for it at the end of last session, so I know Aurelio definitely would make a vie to keep the book, but did Altus want to argue that, or?
Oh, no, I think we were just both looking at it. I wasn't, like, making a grab. I would, if Aurelio wanted it, I would, yeah.
Alright, do you think, Aurelio, you'd have it in your pocket or your bag?
Yeah, it would have been in my bag. I would have picked it up and just put it away and, like, sleight of handed that shit if I had to. I'm a little sneaky bastard.
It was sort of a divine book about being flexible. It was the Kama Sutra, but magic. Yeah.
Love that description.
It's going to require some study. Okay, cool. I'll cast Sending to Aurelio if we load up into Mimi and are making our way back to Port Arbis. Hey, Aurelio. What's up? So, hope you're doing okay. Hope your dead unicorn child is good. Meet back at the Blackthorns, probably. Okay.
Hey, sounds good. See you soon.
Alright, they will meet us there.
And with that, you guys will get back into Mimi. Torin is a little hesitant, but seeing Molly go in so nonchalantly, he's just shakes his head and steps inside the wagon. And, Mimi is his puppet form, as if he has to pretend in front of Torin now. And you guys start heading back to Port Arbis. And I would say it takes, like, about when you're mostly towards the city, like you're almost there, before Aurelio and Willow end up meeting up with you guys with Flight and, land on top of Mimi and get inside. And once you do, Mimi will tap Aurelio to take him, like, over to a corner. And he basically pulls out the heart, and he's like, "It isn't Davin's. They threw him into a geyser, but I saved you one from another body." Oh, you're muted, I think.
I just take a bite out of it like an apple. Appreciate you, Mimi.
Of course, best friend. We have each other's back.
Hey, that we do.
And eventually, unless there's anything that you guys do specifically on the way to Port Arbis, we will just.
I think if anything, Aurelio's just going straight to his room and to start brewing up a tea with his, like, alchemy set over there. But yeah, his first priority is getting to his room and kind of maybe keep Willow in his room too, as much under unicorn wraps as we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. At least being a pony, it's not too difficult. You probably have to help him with the ladder, though, to get into the upstairs section of the wagon.
I think, if anything, I would fly to the outside of Mimi and just be like, "Hey, Mimi, can you open up a door right here? Outside my room?" And
easy
just
enough.
Have him open up inside.
Yeah, easy enough. He definitely could do that, and you get him inside nice and safe. And even Mimi will, like, occasionally pet him with a tentacle from the wall. And you brew your tea. It smells very, very sweet, and just some kind of crazy nectar is in this flower that you've never really experienced before. But
I'm tempted to taste it, but I'm giving this to Willow.
And as you do, you kind of have to put it in either a large enough cup or a bowl for him to, lick it up, because he's a pony at the moment. And he drinks for now as you guys arrive at Port Arbis, and immediately there doesn't seem to be any particular reaction to this tea. Just he seems to feel soothed from it, and it just feels like a calming effect on him at the moment. So you'll have to wait and see. And with that,
think on the sorry.
No, go.
On the ride back, that Molly would just be talking to Altus and Trevor about maybe some options for what they can do with Torin when they get back.
Yes, what is he in the room?
I might just show him to, I think Molly might just show him to her room and just be like, well, if you just want to relax.
Yes, relax, Torin. Nothing to be afraid of. You are safe now inside this mimic.
Yeah,
We all trust you.
Well, if I'm being 100% honest with both of you, I would like to jail him. He is still a part of a fugitive gang. And it may be safer in our gowls.
I didn't come along to get jailed. Came to have a drink with Molly.
Well, what was your other option? Walk around the city free and die? That sounds pretty good too, doesn't it?
Or I could have just been left at the geysers. I did help you kill that gang, if you recall.
You did? So what did you do in the past life before this?
I don't see how that's relevant.
For your future, it could be very relevant. I'm asking a simple question. I'm not interrogating you.
You threaten a man with jail, and then start asking him questions, he might feel a little interrogated.
Well, I was gonna offer you a job. But fuck it, I don't care anymore. This is pointless. And
Work for the Black Wardens. Nah.
oh yeah. I'm sorry, I forget. The people you courted was a bunch of child killers. Very strong of you. You must have had an impressive history.
I'm messaging Molly as this argument is happening. Molly, sorry, I've never been in a combat before, so I was not paying attention to your conversation with this guy. Is he actually your best friend? Do you care about him? Are we hoping to get information? Is he going to help us fight someone, or are we just concerned about his safety now?
Not actually my best friend.
Okay.
Someone that was kind to me in my previous life, as Trevor put it. I think we got pretty much all the information we're gonna get out of him. Now I'd just like to dash him away. Kind of so he turned to the depraved thrill out of necessity more than anything. I mean, he's kind of just an old soldier who just needs a place to fit in.
Hey, Torin, are you an artist of any kind?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, that is the opposite of what I was hoping to hear, but okay. My family has a lot of lineage in a very remote cloud giant village in the mountains to the southeast of here. How would you feel about retiring? Are you attracted to height? Because there would be a lot of options for you there.
So are you asking to put me in a steel cage or a golden one?
No, I'm saying my parents could smuggle you to a remote, beautiful place filled with art and big, sexy Goliaths, and you could be like a grizzled soldier who just wants to paint and kiss under the sky.
He kind of smirks. I feel like there's been a book about this somewhere.
Oh shit, another book
sounds
idea.
Terrible. But I'm not opposed to it. You did help us out, so I like the idea. You can finally get your happy ending.
Painting's not really my thing. I'm just here to help Molly. So that's kind of where I stand.
You don't have to paint. It seems like what Molly is most concerned with you is now your safety. You have played your role. Thank you. We want to help keep you safe. One option is the jails. Another option is Goliath Village.
Well,
I don't know. Or you could just run away.
I have a third. I'm so confused. You were a soldier, and you joined the Thrills because of boredom? Have you not heard of Domina and the Nation of War? What the fuck are you doing here? You should have been there.
I didn't do it out of boredom.
I
didn't do it out of boredom. I've seen what people fight and kill for, and it's disgusting. I figured I might as well make some cash while I have to do it.
Okay, so not quite a Domina follower. Okay, I get it now. Well, hell, I say sunset yourself and be with a bunch of beautiful, enormous women.
Are we still going to be able to get that drink, or am I fucked when we get to Port Arbis? He asked Molly.
We can still get that drink. And
great.
We can talk about what happens after that while we're having it.
Great. Somehow I think yours is the safest room, so he goes in and closes the door.
Sorry, I was getting my booze.
No worries. You guys do.
I think that's all I had in mind.
I do think at some point Aurelio will poke his head out of his door and just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm back," and then shut his door again.
Yes, I love that. You guys didn't even know he landed. Just
I was just sitting there. I need church after today.
Oh boy. Maybe me too, actually. I don't know. I mean, no. I hate church. So boring. God, it's so boring. Everyone's so stuffy.
You should follow Festia.
Okay, everyone, listen.
Out of character, you need to follow Festia.
That's
The goddess of parties. Yeah,
yep.
it's the
I
goddess
was
of
reading
parties.
through them and being like, what if anything? Because I think Altus's family has, like, you know, attended church once or twice a year. Or, like, when they have marriages in their family, it's like they have their, like, cultural giant wedding at their house, and then they have to, like, go have a legal ceremony in a church. So maybe it is Festia. They're kind of a party family.
Yeah, it would be Festia, and she's chill too. Like any form of partying, you're praying to her basically. So when you go to all those stupid uppity like royal parties, she's like, yes.
So Festia, yeah, she's like celebration and fortune is her like biggest two things. So celebration, however you celebrate, you know, it could be simple, it could be not. But she's also generally known as like a prankster that doesn't go too far. Like she's the everyone's got to have a good time. That's kind of the idea. Or maybe at most one snobby noble's going to suffer for everyone to laugh. You know, that's kind of her vibes. Whereas Abystria's more like, you know, the old Norse pranks of Loki where he's like, haha, I pranked you by making you kill yourself on this poison dart. You know, like that's more Abystria's pranks. Whereas Festia's more like, oh, I turned your hair pink. You know?
Aurelio's not out there, but he'd also pitch the lovers to you as a potential place to land with your deity focus.
I could totally see that. The lovers is another good one.
Yeah. Their celebration could also be through sex. But either way, you guys make it to the gate. Obviously, just to make it easy, Trevor, I'm sure you go up and, you know, flash your badge and they let you through easy peasy.
Yep.
And you guys start heading back to the Blackthorn estate. And when you get to the noble section, again, either Trevor or Altus could come out and be like, hey, let us through. And easy peasy, they'll let you in.
I am rich. Open it.
I am also rich.
We're both rich.
And I'm sure they're used to both of you, to be quite honest. So they're just like,
Right.
my lords, and
We're
let you through.
together now. We're friends now. Aren't you excited?
We're twice as rich now.
Yes.
Trevor will laugh. You're like the bad role model. He's gonna start like letting loose more. Not be so uppity.
Yes. Breaking down your family one by one.
Right?
And when you guys arrive at the Blackthorn estate, obviously one of the servants probably kind of looks out and goes to greet you guys to enter in again. But does Aurelio even want Willow to come out of the wagon at all, or?
Oh, this is like one of those hell no situations. He's got him like under the bed at this point. After he's done like drinking the tea, he's like got like a pillow covered him. Oh, like pillows under there, like a little blanket fort built up. He's completely like.
Who
like,
wants to make a fort?
Yeah. I mean, at first he was cool with it. Did you describe like any more than that? Like, did you try to make it a game, or did you actually give him like reasons?
100%. I would make it all a game.
Okay.
And just like try and make it fun and just pretend and have a good time, you know?
I'd say afterwards he's hesitant to go out anyway because he doesn't want to spread out that his secret is being a unicorn. So when you do hear that you've arrived at the Blackthorn estate, he would just ask you like, I don't think I want to go out, but would it be okay if Pearl came and we told her?
I'd prefer if we did it outside of the city, but it's ultimately your decision, Willow.
I think we can.
If we're inside Mimi, I think we'll be safe enough.
Yeah, I think we can trust her. I don't think she'd tell anybody.
It's not her I'm worried about. It's other ears that I'm worried about. I trust Pearl.
Okay, and at least I could play with her while I have to sit in here.
Totally.
Thanks.
Anytime I got you, Willow. I'll pat him on the back again or like rub his snout.
Yeah. And he kind of nuzzles you as a pony. Are you hurt at all?
Yeah, I think I'm down like 12 HP or something like that.
Yeah, he'll blow he'll blow one of his unicorn blessings and cast Cure Wounds on you.
Right.
Because he can do that for free in his form. So you get 10 HP.
Right.
And then he's going to do it for
question.
himself. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I assume it was a short rest, us traveling back to the city. Sweet.
Totally.
I'm so hurt.
But one of the servants does come out and greets all of you. Kind of waiting for Trevor to come out.
I messaged you, by the way. That's what I'm going to do later on in the evening.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely have to RP that out, I think. All right. But yeah, the servant does come out and greets you, Lord Trevor. Your mother will be thrilled to see you safe.
Yes, of course. We're all pretty beat up. Is there could we get, like, the tubs rolling?
You'd like us to draw baths, is that what you mean?
Yes. Sorry, been hanging out with Altus too long. Getting rather informal.
Yes, he means roll the tubs down a hill. We're going sledding, but in bathtubs. This is typical rich people behavior.
Well,
we are rich.
Rich.
we could draw baths for them in their rooms, or we could prepare the pool. Which would you prefer? I don't know.
Let's do the pool.
I just assumed Malira would make sure there's a pool.
Let's get the pool rolling.
Of course, my lord.
Cool.
Of course, my lord. And he heads in and has like the one other servant you have in this house to help him gather some towels and prepare. Or actually, I imagine you have like 3 at least, but either way, like, you know, prepare the pool. Probably more like get it ready to drain all the fucking blood and filth that you guys are about to drag into it.
It's good they thought there's sharks in the water, eh?
With that, as you guys do head in, what would you like to do? Do you find your mom? Do you just fucking head to this pool?
Trevor is heading to the pool. Armor is clashing onto the ground as he's walking.
Just all this crashing. You just hear off in the distance, what is all that racket? And does everyone join him, or?
Yeah.
I don't know that Aurelio went out. I think he stayed with Willow and Mimi and probably asked one of them to send Pearl back out.
Yeah. Molly?
Yeah, I mean, she's used to living with men, so she don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it's a pool. This gives you the option. You don't have to go in naked. You could wear swimsuits, but by all means, jump in.
She'll take the arm off.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you invite Torin along or just leave him in your room?
I might leave him. I might have a quick word with Aurelio and ask if he minds keeping an eye on him, and asking Torin if he minds just sitting tight in my room inside Mimi.
I mean, I don't give a shit. He can come along.
Torin, do you like to build blanket forts?
Oren, be careful. Aurelio has had sex with at least 2 gods, so who knows what is going on. Just don't, be careful.
Blanket forts inside a monster, or bathing inside the house of the FBI. My options are pretty shit here, Molly.
I got weed, and I've also got some liquor.
There you go.
Liquor wins. All right. He heads over to Aurelio.
Good, now I don't need to share the expensive shit with a killer.
Do you say that loud enough for him?
No, I just say that loud enough for all twos.
Hey,
Poor Altus is so overwhelmed today.
I'm really trying to walk a line here to make sure everyone is okay, but I'm feeling very conflicted. Anyway, pool! Yay! So lighthearted! Let's have a party!
Alright, you guys jump in, and I do have to ask, do you try to get swimsuits, or do you just go in naked?
I assume swimsuits didn't exist. Actually, let me rephrase that. Altus does not know. If swimsuits are canonical in your world, Altus has never heard of them. He doesn't know about them.
Also, does Altus, freeball it, or is he wearing small clothes?
No, he's... listen, we're in a medieval world, and he comes from a, Roman culture. He is...
So
it
no
takes
small
him...
clothes.
It is a single flick of his hand, and all of his clothes are gone, and he is naked in the pool.
I love it. Molly, Trevor?
I mean, whatever.
I will say, I guess there aren't, officially made, the material of swimsuits that we have today, but they would have bath clothing of some sort. Some sort of robes
Modesty
or something.
coverings.
Yeah, that you could cover up.
Yeah,
because
the underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I'd say if it's like obviously available by the pools, Molly will probably go for that.
Yeah, I mean, they would have set some aside for you to have, as they did prepare the space. So Molly gets changed, and Trevor, do you freeball it, or do you go into...
Trevor will be respectful because of Molly. He'll grab the small clothes and go around the corner.
What is that? What is that you are both putting on? Why are you putting on more clothes?
Well, it's more or less out of respect for company, but, you know.
Okay, it is respectful to company to bear yourself and be honest about who, what are you hiding? In my culture, the more nude you are, the more powerful you are because there are no weapons that can be hidden. So you are just being yourself and you are showing you are unafraid.
You win,
kinda like
Altus. You win.
No, whatever makes you comfortable. I just never heard of this.
Trevor will go in free balling.
I mean, you have a good point, when you have extra clothes just to bathe in, and you guys are rich, like Trevor here, you're just making more work for the people that have to do the laundry.
What is laundry?
For the record, I actually do my own laundry, but I see a point. As I said, he's cannonballing.
Free-ball cannonball into the pool.
Yeah.
The cannon free ball. The cannon free ball.
And I think at some point Malira does show up with all the noise of everyone here and kind of just pauses, eyeing the two guys just floating nude, and she's just, well, I didn't mean to interrupt your party. Please enjoy yourselves. Trevor,
No, join us.
this explains a lot.
Altus made a rather good point.
Oh, did he?
Yes. Culture and respect and, no weapons. I get it. I'm being cultural here.
Trevor just really liked that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Thank you.
Oh, that's what this is. Cultural. I see.
I'm being cultural is crazy. I'm gonna start saying that in my real life. I'm being cultural.
Cultural.
I guess you could say I appropriated his culture by doing it. So
This is the one culture that we are all born into, nudity. You understand, Melira?
Well, elves are not usually as uptight about that sort of thing, but Axel is a little uptight about sharing the view.
by all means, please do not share with us.
Oh, you don't want to see your mother's beautiful body.
No, you have a good night, mother.
Anyway, she laughs too. All right. Well, you all have fun. You do hear her on the way out to a servant. Make sure the pool is thoroughly cleaned as she leaves.
All the blood and grime comes off. Oh, it's heaven.
I just love the idea of all two saying join us, and then she would just strip down in front of her son.
I mean, he'd be like, hell no, and like that, I'm out. He'd be like that meme, deuces, and then fade away.
Just drown.
And that's what I want to happen.
All right. You guys enjoy yourselves in the pool. With that, we'll switch over a little bit to Aurelio, and Torin definitely grabs a bottle of booze and kind of sits Do you think you have a lot of seats in your room? Or do you think it's just like
I don't know that I would have brought him into my room. Just because I don't know. He probably saw Willow earlier, but I still want to give Willow his space, especially when Pearl comes back out, and give them the moment to kind of talk on their own. So I think that I'd be kind of sitting in Mimi's common area and ask Mimi to maybe like make a table and join us as his puppet form and just like hang out with us, and that way we can kind of shoot the shit, pretend that we're at a bar even though we're inside a mimic.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, he definitely will. Mimi doesn't really have a common room area, so it's really kind of picking a room to do it in, or he crushes the sizes of the room to make one, because he can shape himself as he pleases. So
that's
either
kind
way.
of what I was picturing too, especially like we've only got one room occupied at the moment.
Yeah.
Or I guess two, so...
Yeah, he'll just like squish all the other rooms to the side, except for, so you hear all their stuff kind of fall as he does. And he makes a little table and some chairs, and the little puppet springs up like, exciting! I have never drank with friends before!
I had a feeling you might not have, so I figured this would be a good opportunity for all of us.
Yes, let us all drink. Let us toast. What do we toast?
Cheers.
And he awkwardly picks it up. Cheers!
To new friends, and just start chatting with Torin. Like, so Torin, you ever drank with a mimic before?
Well, most mimics try to eat me, so no. This is a new...
Good opportunity for all of us.
You know, whenever you think life is just going to be boring, then you're inside drinking booze with a mimic. He just kind of downs his first glass.
So you, from Port Arbis, you spend a lot of time in this area?
Nah, I'm from a shithole little town you wouldn't have heard of.
Are you looking for work now that you're not part of the depraved thrill?
I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing, since everyone who knew
Can I pitch you,
that I betrayed them
helping
died.
us fight off a vampire?
Why the fuck are you fighting a vampire?
And I'll go ahead and give him... I don't need to do it again for you guys, but I'll go ahead and give him my story.
He listens.
Trying to recruit another arm to the cause.
He listens, sipping the second drink, you know, and Molly's getting involved in this.
And once we're done here, we're going to wrap up the rest of your crew from what it sounds like.
I really don't think she should be going after Glazier.
Have you seen our friends? I mean, you were there at the combat with us. Do you think that we're really that outmatched?
Maybe you're better than I think you are, but especially with Mimi. Just lifts a cup up to the wooden puppet who does this like rigid motions to drink, which he doesn't think about making a mouth though, so all the alcohol just spills down his wooden face and robe.
I'm also thinking about the amount of alcohol that it would take to get a mimic that size drunk.
Oh yeah, you'd have to have like a barrel, at least. A barrel would be just a drink to him. But with that, he's just... So maybe you guys have the best shot, but... Look, this guy is... He does things even beyond just killing you. You fuck with him and he kills everyone you know. He's not as easy as David.
I mean, I just told you my story and the story about Strix, and who we're facing up against here, if you had to kind of put them side by side, would you say one is tougher than the other?
Honestly, I don't know. I'll be frank, I don't know much about vampires other than the monster stories you use around campfires to scare each other.
And I'll be honest with you, we're used to biting off a little bit more than we can chew. And then I think that at this point in the time, like, I'm not trying to, like, press him any further. I asked him if he wanted to help us. I'm not, really trying to force it on him. He's just fresh into a new life, So I think me and Mimi are just kind of trading some of our war stories and maybe trying to get some war stories out of him. Like, I'll tell him about the time that we, like, fought the champion of Faust and Feroc.
No, Feral.
Feroc.
Feral.
Yeah, and so I'll tell him about that. Just the shit that we've kind of gotten ourselves into, and I'll even tell him about the time that, like, me and Al got in, like, way over our fucking heads and doing shit for Abysria, and
Yeah, the story through hell and everything. So he listens and he kind of laughs about some of them, and he tells similar stories that he's done mostly for the Depraved Thrill, where he he tells a couple with Molly, like how there was one time they got surrounded by a bunch of people and they kind of thought that was the end, but balls to the wall, if you're gonna go out, you better go out blazing. So he just fucking ran into them, broke through a section to get them in a situation where they weren't going to be surrounded, and then with Molly's gunfire he spent most of it just making sure they didn't get to her while she got to killing all of them. Or another story where he was solo and he said it started out simple. We thought there was just going to be a few goblins. Turned out there was an army of goblins with some orcs, and how, that sort of almost got him killed, and somehow he managed to make it through that. But he always explains it in ways like he seems pretty decently tactical in the moment. Like, he's not much of a go in and plan kind of guy, but it seems like when shit hits the fan and he's in the middle of it, he comes up with some interesting, like, tactics to get the fuck out of the situation and survive, and that seems to be his sort of strong suit. So, as a soldier...
Something I can appreciate.
Yeah. And, but most of his stories seem to be from the gang and what have you. He doesn't really get into much before his life in the gang. I don't know if you try to push for that at all. Or...
Nah, I'm not digging. I'm not pressing. Yeah. We're just having a good time, having a drink. And I think I do want to ask Mimi about a story before he met all of us.
Yeah, okay. Mimi will... Mimi will tell a story of the first time he tried to sell goods as a merchant. He had found this book, Mercantile for Dummies, and he had basically tried to do all the stuff in it properly, but as he showed up at this first little village to sell items, they for some reason didn't want to sell to him, so he forcibly kidnapped a villager and forced them to basically buy something from him under threat of eating him. And eventually, out of fear for his life, this guy gave him all his money for something like a doll. It was simple. It was a stupid little item, and he's just like... And so that was the most expensive doll I have ever sold. Later, I found out you're not supposed to threaten the customers.
I know you're not, but sometimes it's necessary.
Well, none of them wanted to sell from me or buy from me. They were so scared, I guess. I don't know. They just avoided me. And so the only way I could talk to one is by kidnapping him.
Well, I mean, we have to learn from some of our experiences, and look how good of a salesman you are now. You're in one of the biggest cities in the world selling your wares on the street, and you've actually got a permit. Well, it's a forged permit, but you've got a permit.
Yes, it is the best permit. Everyone believes it, and I sold so many things. I have even sold a couple more potions.
Awesome. Any more of those invisibility potions? Any profit from that yet?
Yes, so far I have sold 4 total. I am keeping a track.
All right.
See?
Starting to brew up some more then.
A little, like, wooden, just like a piece of wood he picked up off on the road that's as flat as it can be, and in it is scratched, like a line for each potion he sold. And so he's up to 4.
You know how to write? I can teach you how to write if you don't.
I can write a little bit. I was going to make a friendship sign, but then the Errol and Al and Flex all left, so I didn't make it for them. But I did make it for them, but now they're gone, so I couldn't send it to them.
I mean, remember what I told you back in the day is we'd probably outlive most of them. And we'd be friends forever, but they might not.
Yeah, I thought they would die, though, and then it would just be us, not that they would leave.
Right, though? I thought we were going to be able to get some of their stuff.
Me
I guess
too.
Al is still out there.
I still have a lot of... I still have a lot of Errol's things. Like, remember all the stuff he asked me to store from the last temple we were in? I still have that.
That's right.
But now it's mine because he left.
If you want, maybe I can go in and evaluate some of it later.
Oh, yes. I don't know what some of it does. Oh, little Willow can identify. I will have him do it.
Perfect. I think that Willow needs the rest of the night. He's hanging out with Pearl in there, and they're building a blanket fort, but maybe tomorrow once he's feeling a little bit better. As you saw, he kind of got a little hurt earlier.
Yes, I didn't want him to die. I tried to protect him with my body, but it didn't work.
We do the best we can, can't we? Or don't we?
But if he ever bleeds again, I would like more unicorn blood.
You took some of his blood.
Just a little, and a little vial pulls up.
Amy, ask me first next time, alright? I'm probably going to say no, but just ask. That's not okay.
But it was on the ground. We can't put it back in his body.
And it's not necessarily our decision to make. Willow's a best friend too, right?
He doesn't need it anymore.
Give him a little bit of your blood in exchange, or give him the proper value of, like you're buying this from him at the end of the day.
Oh, it's a business transaction.
Hey, this is what it would be. It's worth something to him.
I understand now. I will pay him for it.
Just give him the money. Don't necessarily tell him what it's for.
Okay.
Perfect.
Inside the room, you hear Mimi and now talking to Willow and Pearl.
No, that's not going to go badly. Well, so what do you think, Torin? You're down for a little bit more trouble, and I just kind of smack my fist together.
I think you're all fucking weird. But I dig it. At least drunk, I dig it. He drinks more.
You'll have some fun sober, too. Plus, you'll be able to hang out with your old friend Molly.
I'll see what she says after we talk. Maybe I'll stick around for her.
Perfect. I bet they're having the time of their lives in there in the pool.
You don't think those guys would be taking advantage of her, do you?
Those guys? No. She'd probably be, like, gun to the head, putting, like, them on the ground before they had a chance to know what they were doing if they did.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You want to hear some stories? You want to hear from some stories about her?
I'd love to hear some more stories about Molly's past, and I'll, like, pour another drink and give him another cheers.
I will turn this over to Molly. What embarrassing story do you think Torin has about you?
Oh, God. First of all, I feel like Molly just, like, has the hair standing up on the back of her neck while she's in the pool, and she's like, something's wrong. Embarrassing story.
Or something you think would be amusing, Doesn't have to necessarily be like...
I think, because they recruited her when she was really young and knew nothing. So she is probably like maybe 14 or 15, like learning how to shoot a gun, or maybe like a crossbow for the first time, and accidentally goes way off target and hits one of the higher ups, like in the back of the calf with it. That's probably the one he chooses to tell, because I feel like he was probably the one that was instructing her.
So her name's gotten just a little better then.
Yeah. Do you think he was the one you hit, or was it someone else?
I think it would have been like a big scary motherfucker that she hit.
Okay. Someone he probably had to talk down, like she's learning, dude. Calm down. Yeah, in that case, yeah, he's just like, you would not believe what that guy was trying to do after. Don't think she knows this, but I had to beat his ass afterwards, too.
Come on, he already got shot. You had to fucking rub the salt in the wound there.
Yeah, he was gonna go around and hurt her. She was new. She didn't know what she was doing.
I guess that makes sense.
He didn't let it slide after he claimed to have let it slide, so...
Some people are known to carry grudges.
Honestly, I'm just glad I managed to beat his ass. He was a big motherfucker.
He almost got you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'll shift down into my halfling form from the giant fucking cat, and I'll be like, imagine trying to fight like this. And then I'll shift back into the cat.
Shit. I mean, yeah, you gotta be tricky when you're that little, too. It's kind of how I had to be with him, but... at least I have the benefit of being bigger than most people.
Hey, that'll help. That goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for the drinks. He cheers you again, and the interesting company, and he cheers Mimi, who seems to reanimate now that he's being mentioned. Yes, cheers! And again, he just pours liquid down his body. And Torin shakes his head and drinks, and I'll say you guys kind of spend this day, unless there's something specific you all want to do or gather up for.
No, I think at a certain point, like, I'd let Torin go back to his own devices and go back in and check in on the kiddos, and while they're just hanging out, playing in their blanket fort, I'm probably just reading in the corner watching them.
Yeah, Carter probably would have come in too, because, he just always likes to keep an eye on Pearl, and, unless you denied him.
He would have definitely joined us for those drinks, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He would have had more simple stories about times out at sea, but they would have been interesting too, especially in that area. Spooky shit seems to happen, so, he talks
he does
about...
have one story that none of us can beat where he almost got killed by a god once.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. He probably brings that up. Well, there was the time Abysria killed me. Which Torin's like, what the fuck? But other than that, yeah, he just...
Sorry, we'll go into that later.
He just talks about, like, seeing spooky lights out onto the sea that almost... He explains it where it's like it almost was a pull for him to go out there further and get lost into sea, and he says, like, honestly, I think what saved me was Gaia, if I'm being straight, as suddenly water splashed up in a weird way and knocked me out of my, hypnotized state, and I managed to hustle on home, but who knows, maybe it was another sea god trying to devour me. Seems like enough of them are around.
It sure does.
But other than that, he also tells you about going to the Artificer with Pearl, because that happened today, and how elated she was to see all the junk He calls it junk because he doesn't know. And that this girl seemed to promise to teach her a little bit if... He does say to you, like, but she does want a bit of money for lessons, and I don't really have any.
Hey, did she mention a number?
And he'll tell you, it wouldn't be too expensive, it'd be like 10 gold a lesson or something like that.
Hey, of course, I got it. I'll just flop up 10 gold.
Thank you. She'll be delighted.
And we'll have to talk to those rich folks to try and get in on some of those next ones. That's Altus guy. He seems like he might be good at investing into something like this.
Definitely. Although I don't know. Well, I don't know. A lot of them seem so fruity. It's hard to tell who... if they take care of her the right way.
And we'll just have to figure it out as we go along. That's kind of how we just go through life, isn't it? And I look over at Torin and I look at Mimi and like we're talking about like our trial and errors throughout life, and we just fucking figure it out as we go.
Isn't that the truth? Stumbling along. That's all I say we do. Little does he know you literally murdered an innocent this morning.
No, I ripped off his wing. Mimi murdered him.
On your instruction, but either way. You guys spend the day to get like in these various ways. I'm sure after a while you guys get out of the pool and dry off to hang out, but anything in particular you guys do at all, or just kind of waiting at the moment?
Trevor will get dressed. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say Trevor is just going to get dressed in like his casual wear, which is, I guess, still fancy, but take the
it's like the nice robes.
Yeah, and he's going to go to church.
All right. So, do you tell anyone, or do you just kind of start heading on out?
He'll probably tell Altus, like, hey, I got some things I need to look into. I had a weird moment there during battle, so I need to go to church.
Oh, right. What temple?
Atreus's. He says it quietly.
Hold on, I'm scrolling through the Discord here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I really don't like church, so maybe have fun. I did have some thoughts of things to do, but good luck, I guess.
Thanks. Get some good rest.
Yeah, maybe put a word in for me. I don't know how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
All right. So you head to church. I feel like Port Arbis would, since it is separated into districts, they probably have a specific district where the different temples of the gods are. And for obvious reasons, they don't have the bad gods. So there's no like Temple of Nexin or Vexthal here, but you know, it'd be like the good ones, and then probably a decent amount of the more neutral or middle of the road gods. So I feel like they probably wouldn't necessarily have one of Gaia as a temple. It'd be more like there's a very nature-y park that kind of helps people connect to nature there. So instead of one building, there's just one section that's this big park with trees and flowers. But yeah, you head on over to the Temple of Atreus, the white and red imposing temple of justice.
He's just kind of standing there like, okay, you can do this. I'm going to walk in.
You're smart right at the spot. No.
Yeah.
Just boom. No, when you step inside, the first thing you see, probably as you would expect, is a large statue of Atreus. He isn't, like, he's not, like, you know, imposing, but he is a very, like, strong-looking figure. He has his sword out to his side and a shield up, looking like he's ready to defend and fuck bitches up.
So he's gonna kind of eye the sword. Does it look similar to his that he has?
Yes, it does.
Oh, you strike a cutting figure. He's gonna bow to it.
He says thank you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, now I'm scared.
You do see that there's, like, this statue is against, like, a wall, but you can go through some extra doors along the sides and further into the temple.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go further in.
And obviously all the decor is, like, mostly white with all this red trimming around it. And you see on the walls as you enter this big sort of the main antechamber of the temple, and there are tapestries along the walls of various justice-themed scenes, like specifically one of slaying some horribly evil-looking grotesque demon on, like, and it's all, of course, very artistically driven. You really doubt the final moments of this demon was getting pinned perfectly on a mound of rock that, like, lurches him in a perfect fashion, you know, like, but it does display, like, the death of this horrible looking demon. And then, like, another one, though, is looks like there's one holding a shield and a sword, and this, like, horde of again, it's very themed to demons for obvious reasons, but a horde of demons as he's trying to protect people behind him solo, and but he's gleaming with the white and, you know, energy of Atreus. And then, like, another scene where it's a little more simplified. It's not as, like, gory and graphic with war. It's more like some, well, I guess like, you might recognize this person in history. You know them as being, like, notoriously bad and corrupt and doing horrible things in the city he was in, which wasn't Port Arbis. It was a different place, but still, like, there is an Atreus follower getting him into this core and locking him away. And then there's another one where it shows an Atreus follower seems to have put these, like, white gleaming shackles on someone who looks evil. It looks human, whoever it is, but they have, like, red glowing eyes to indicate they're not clearly human, as they're, like, shackled and being dragged away by this Atreus follower. So it's all very themed around all of this, like, getting rid of evil and protecting. They have various pews, as you would expect in a church, and the altar at the very end obviously has this podium where someone can stand, and I'm sure you're wondering what they preach here, but you know, there's a place where someone can do that, and an altar that is, like, brought up to the white and red symbol of Atreus. And you would see some people are there praying. There are a couple of white and red robed, like you would assume priests, followers, whatever he's got, in here.
Yeah.
And there are a few that look like they're just robed, but there are many that look like they are armored for battle too.
Absolvers. He's gonna kind of like be a wallflower for a bit and kind of sit in the middle, like in the pews, just kind of like hands folded while like elbows on his knees while he's taking in all the tapestries and the murals and the art, and he's like, man, they really drum it up. Not used to this. I'm used to like a library is like a freaking temple. This is more up my alley. Don't strike me dead. But yeah, he's just gonna sit there and try to meditate on the sword.
All right, make me a religion.
It's just like heathen detected. Heathen.
Starts vibrating in your head. No.
Right.
You have to start rethinking your life choices.
Right.
No, but as you are sort of like, do you pull the sword out on your lap and, or how, like...
Yeah, he would do it like inconspicuously and like obviously in a non-hostile state. Like he's not gripping it. It's more like the open palm where you're kind of holding it in evaluation, like observing. He's got it resting on his lap looking at it.
All right. And as you do, you eventually hear behind you like, well, my. Trevor Blackthorne. Never expected to see you here.
Yes, the world is a fascinating place, is it not?
Apparently it's full of great surprises. And when you look to see who's
by the way?
talking to you, you tell me if you'd recognize her, I guess. But
I'm sure I do, and I've encountered her a few times.
You would have, for sure, but you are the type of person who tries to ignore the parties you're forced to go to, so I didn't know if you would have.
Well, she was an absolver, so it's obviously like a rival.
Yeah, so you see an elven woman with white hair, and she's wearing white and red robes. And I will put her picture in the Discord and up for the internet to see. And this is Lady Leandra Therrell. Obviously, she doesn't have a wine glass with her here, but...
Hot. They're all hot.
Yeah, they have to be.
Everyone's hot. I love that, Alties.
She's an elven woman, okay? She would be.
Leandra.
Trevor, I'm surprised you recognize my name. So she saunters over and sits nearby.
He's still holding the sword on his lap, and he looks over at her. Well, it is a fascinating place. You know where I found this?
It takes her a moment, because at first she's just like, oh, a sword. And then she sees like how the hilt is decorated and everything, and she's just, you see a shift. Please tell me.
Girl. A bunch of bandits dug it up.
Grawl.
Yeah. A few hours south. Bandit camp. He's gonna sheath it. Rest his hand.
So, is that why you're here? To give it back to the Absolvers?
Well, you see, I kind of did your lord's work, and I'm not asking or expecting any kudos. But I just wanted to get to know the sword and the maker, so to speak, a little better, if you know what I mean. I killed a demon near the geysers.
Oh, you killed a demon.
Yes, with the blade, no less.
Congratulations.
It hummed pretty violently.
Congratulations. You're on your way to being an Absolver.
I wouldn't go that far. You know my family and all?
I do, which is why I'm surprised you're deciding to keep it. You know it would be in better hands with one of us.
You know who I follow. It's not good old Grams. I follow the Inquisition, a crusade.
Well, she might be she might be an inquisitive one, but she's certainly not exactly justice-driven.
No, but I rather am. So it's kind of like picture me as a medium. I could be a mediary of some sorts. I'm not necessarily denouncing my goddess. I'm not denouncing your god. I wish to come to an understanding of both, if that makes sense.
Well, that's what Sushi has to say about it.
I was like, she speaks cat? I must marry this woman.
I think our message is pretty straightforward. Honestly, it's yours that gets all muddled up. Half the time I wonder what kind of path your family really is trying to take in the city.
Yeah, you know, I've often wondered that as well. I met a fun little bard. I'm sure you've probably heard of him around town and at those said parties. Altus?
Of course. Everyone knows Altus. And his family is probably... You know, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these tapestries was made by his father.
They are damn good artists. You know, he said something that really got to me. I don't know, not casting doubt on my beliefs, but it made me kind of rethink things, take a step back and analyze.
Pray tell, what did he say?
Well, that we hunt those who are just trying to survive. And that got to me a lot. I understand the romance of that logic, but theft is theft. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, what good did I really do? The whole protecting thing makes a lot more sense to me.
Well, if we lived in a perfect world, no one would want to break the law or do wrong. But everyone has reasons for being the way they are. Oh, yes. Now I'm going to start sounding like Thessel.
It does make sense why they're together. She probably keeps him mellow.
We always have a saying that you don't just follow one. If you follow either of them, you tend to follow both.
It does make sense. But yes, I've just been rather torn. Is my job to protect the city, or is my job to round up hooligans who steal a loaf of bread? I'd like to imagine it's more to protect.
It would be part of your namesake as a warden.
Yes. Sometimes things get muddled, as you say. That's why I'm just here. I'd like to think I did good. Demons are rather frightening. It's the first time I've ever actually encountered one.
Well, Trevor, you're able to hold that sword. So that's at least somewhat of a step in the right direction.
So you guys aren't going to stop me from leaving and holding the sword, right?
I'm certain there's going to be a few who try to talk you out of it. But no. We're not evil.
He smiles. Well, you see, why don't you guys try to talk me into it? He smirks.
To join? Oh. I love that idea. All right.
All we've done is cast bobs at each other, and neither side willing to hear the other one out. What do you say? You hear me out, I hear you out.
He just eyes you over and...
And I'm
Fine.
not here to poach from your lord. I would not want to meet his angst.
Oh. Trevor, you don't have what it takes to take me from my lord.
Damn, challenge accepted. He just kind of laughs.
And she just smiles and she's like, fine. Let's see what I can do to convince you. And with that, she'll start talking to you about different things about Atreus. And, you know, what he stands for. Obviously, you know the basics.
Trevor will listen.
Killing
Yeah.
evil, you know, justice. But even though that is his main thing, obviously the whole point of it is to protect the innocent. If you kill the evil, they're not there to do evil, you know? And she will admit sometimes he can be a little hot-headed about it. And that's why it's great that Thessel is there to reel him back just a bit. And, you know, remind him that hope has to exist in the whole thing as well. But because of that, the fact that they're together, it is kind of like you get two for the price of one.
Yes. Keeps him from carving douse the flames of hope into his chest like a conquest paladin.
Yeah. But yeah, she'll just kind of describe all of what it is to be an Atreus follower. And I think while we do that, we'll just quickly check over with the rest of the group and, you know, double check if there's anything they're trying to do at this moment.
I was gonna say too, he'd probably just listen to her for the rest of the night before going home. If you want to
Okay.
just jump to the others.
Yeah.
Aurelio's just
Molly.
watching the kiddos
Yeah.
reading his book. So he's not really doing too much that's interactive with others, I'd say.
How about Molly or Altus?
I think after Trevor leaves, Ollie will probably just go up to Altus and just say, well, or how are you feeling?
Oh, I think he's just doing minor illusions. You can tell he's like very fidgety. Just sort of like bouncing a little cloud around in his hand. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. I am feeling like doing something impulsive, which I have a few ideas for. Believe it or not. I did have a question for you. So you have this sending stone to this glazier person. Any thoughts on if it would be at all useful to contact him. If I use the stone and speak to him, then I can speak to him whenever I want. He will know it's me, but I don't think he knows who I am. And it will tip him off that the sending stone has been taken. But he might know that already.
Yeah, I think he'll probably find out pretty soon. They probably do regular check-ins using the stone. So by now he probably knows that someone, or at least that David has lost it. I don't know, as far as you talking to him, that could be a real benefit, especially if you could do it whenever after that.
Right.
I would never want to put you in danger. From what I've heard, and I think you said you heard a little bit too, he's pretty crazy.
Yes. I mean, it would be putting myself in danger, and I think I've already done that in the past 24 hours. But yes, maybe we hold off on stoking that particular bear until after we deal with Strix, if at all possible. But yes, just a thought that people are easily manipulated over text or sending stone, so to speak. So for future reference, would love to get in this guy's head and try to just see what could come of that. Yes, but I'm feeling, I don't know, I feel antsy. Maybe it's the adrenaline of horrible violence, but I'm feeling it was nice to take a little break in the pool, but I'm a little bit itchy. We're so close. Listen, Molly, I get a little closer to her. Listen, I know this is probably a bad idea, but we're so close to Alistair Strix's house. What if we just went and walked by it, and I put my little invisible eye up, and we just take a look? Not even going in or trying to do anything, but what's the deal?
If the tables were turned and we were going after Glazier or someone higher than him, and you were sneaking around without me, that might upset me a little bit, and I would not want to do that to Aurelio.
Okay, so you're saying we should go get Aurelio and then go do that?
At least ask his permission first. Make sure he's down.
Sure. Trevor said he was going to church. Whatever that means. He could be gone for a long time. I've seen some of those priests, okay? I know why some people go to church, alright? He might be gone a while.
He's going to learn. That's what he's going to do.
Right. I'm going to listen to her talk all night. Yeah. I'm sure you will. Yes, okay. I mean, truly, I might even be able to do it from here. If I send my little eye, it casts or lasts quite a while, but... Oh! My other thought was, didn't Izara... That shipment came in today, correct? And she was going to check it out?
Yeah.
Should we maybe go check in on her?
That's not a bad idea.
Alright. Cool. We start walking to wherever Izara is. Or wherever we can find a blackthorn. Hello?
You're just shouting in the hallway.
Yeah, hello?
Good way to get their attention. Eventually, a servant probably is like, "Can I help you, my lord?"
Yes, we're looking for Izara. Is she here?
Lady Izara has not returned yet.
Okay. Has there been any news from her today?
No, my lord, but it's not unnatural for the Blackthorns to be late at work.
Right. Okay, I'll cast Sending to Izara.
All right.
Hey, girl. What's up? How's it going? Were you at the ships today? Did they come in? Are you dead? Do you need rescuing? Is there a celebration? What's up? What's up? What's up?
The ships did come in. I am dealing with it.
Okay, so vague. Molly, she responded and she just said she's dealing with it. I guess that she doesn't need help then.
You could ask if she needs help, but from what little I've known since I met her, I feel like she'll just say no even if she needs it.
Yes, precisely. What's up with this family? How long have you known Trevor?
A few days.
Okay, why? I thought you guys were like... I don't know why I thought it had been like years of toil and struggle, and this is my family. I didn't know it was like a bunch of people who met at a party a few weeks ago.
I feel like that vibe is there, but it's more Aurelio and the kids, you know? I feel like he's really kind of taken them under his wing and they're a family.
How did he get so many children?
I don't know.
Okay. And none of them are like... I guess what is a child? But none of them are like mortal, human children. There's like one that's a mimic, one that's a unicorn, one that's a mouse, or that's the unicorn. Okay. Well, okay, so...
Water Genasi is the other one.
Water Genasi. Yes, that's right, Pearl. Yeah.
And then there's Elijah. He's a tabaxi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not a child. He left with Iris and Errol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also don't know about his pocket people that he has inside his bag that he turned into animals.
Yeah, he that's a story for another time.
Sure. That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Like the innocent woman who was just trying to avoid Al's horrible, joking. He just thought it was fair to turn her into a gerbil.
Kangaroo rat. Yep. That's...
Oh, beautiful.
Poor Anastasia.
Also, on that note, that was also her biggest fear because I stole her diary before I did that, and she was afraid of kangaroo rats.
Wow. Maybe that's empowering, though.
This is why Abystria loves him, guys. There's a reason that she hasn't just tried to kill him again.
Oh, for sure. It definitely tracks. Yeah. Okay, should we go... I mean, yeah, I want to go take a little peeky around Lord Strix's house from a safe distance. But I also... It's probably a bad idea because we are in their home, but I really want to go look through the records that they had in that room. I just want to know what the alley cats do. That's purely a me thing. It's nothing to do with any epic quest, but I'm curious.
I mean, we could... What's the worst that could happen if we look at the records for the alley cats? I mean...
Right.
Just a slap on the wrist, right?
Yes. And I'm rich. And you don't live here.
That's true.
Okay, well... Do we have any interest in talking to Aurelio about just a little bit of snooping? How are you feeling? We got some info today.
I'm feeling good. I feel like, it was nice getting to talk to someone, and kind of getting them out of there and away from the depraved thrill. It kind of made me feel like I was doing something a little more worthwhile than just getting revenge.
Yeah. It seems like they hurt a lot of people. So even if you are just doing revenge, it's probably helping a lot of people get out of bad situations.
It's true. Well, I'll leave it up to you, and, I'm just along for the ride.
Okay. Let's go creep. Not sneaky. But we're gonna creep towards the records room where we were at. Maybe Daryl will be there, and he seems like a little cuck. We could bully him into letting us. Charm him. What I mean to say is, he seems like an amenable type of fellow.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the records room was in their headquarters, not their actual house.
Oh.
But that being said, since it is kind of later in time, Darylyn is actually home anyway, so you're lucky in that regard. Which I rolled on a dice, just so you know I wasn't playing, to make it easy. He was home. But he, so when you're going off to look for him, basically, one of the servants would instruct you that, he's in the study, my lord, and where to go, because they would have a study for someone like him, and, well, the mom, they're fucking wizards, so they need books, and when you get there, and it's set up just like you would expect someone who loves books to be. This study is more like a small library, just full of books, and then they have these comfy armchairs next to a fireplace and a little table, and he's got some tea there, and he's cracking or he probably has a mage hand holding the book open for him as he's drinking his tea, and it turns the page.
That'd be so nice.
Right?
Yeah. That's beautiful. I'll cast my mage hand and turn the page for him. Oh, Darylyn. How are you today?
Altus, I'm doing all right, thank you. Can I help you both? Just
yes,
kind of eyes the two of you there.
We are really hoping that you can. I plop down in the chair next to him and sort of lean towards him.
Great.
So, I was just wondering, we sort of needed a little bit more information on the alley cats. I'm just curious. Oh, by the way, sorry. My God, the fantasy ADHD is so real. They haven't invented Adderall yet, so... This is how I am. Anyway, I spoke to your sister. She's not dead or kidnapped. She said things... Well, she didn't really say much, but she seems okay, just so you know. Okay. Cool.
This does not put him at ease.
So anyway... Yeah, and I could speak to her whenever I want. So if you ever need to speak to her, you let me know. And I can also, because I know you, I can speak to you whenever I want. So just to put you more at ease. Yes. So we need a little more info on the alley cats.
What exactly do you need to know?
What's the worst crime they've ever been, I don't know, arrested or booked for?
I'm not sure I would actually have those files, because we usually handle murder cases or kidnappings, the more severe kind of cases, but I suppose I could ask the city's guard captain and see if he has any information to share. Why do you need to know exactly?
I mean... Nothing too urgent. More curiosity, but it sounds like they don't do murder or kidnapping. If you don't have that in their file.
No, they don't.
Okay. Well, you've been so helpful, Daryl. You are a boon to your family. I don't know why they talk so much shit about you. I think that's awful, and I never talk shit about anyone in my family because they would kill me.
He raises a brow, maybe that's the reason I just haven't threatened to kill them yet.
You know...
Darylyn, if your sister said, word for word, I'm handling things, would you take that as a good sign or a bad one?
I'd take that to mean that she's in trouble and doesn't want to tell us. And
Oh,
Maybe
fuck.
she is handling things. Maybe she isn't. But now I'm probably gonna go find her. So, the mage hand puts the book down, if you'll to excuse me, as he stands up.
I'll cast Sending to her as he's standing up and say, hey, so your brother said that it probably means you're in trouble, what you said to me, so he's coming to find you now. Just so you know, we didn't ask him to, but he's doing it. Are you in trouble?
Why would you tell Trevor, I don't need help, I can handle this?
Okay, she says that she doesn't need help and she can handle it.
If you recall, sending in this is allowing you to have a minute's worth of conversation. So if you wanted to respond to her, you can for a minute.
Okay, Izara, are you sure you don't need help? I know your family is weird and competitive and sort of like, who can be the most cop? But like, if you need help, he wants to help you.
I don't need him to come help me. I can handle this. I am perfectly capable of doing the job on my own. And Trevor will just make a mess of it. But no, she thinks you're talking about Trevor.
She said Trevor, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand on Daryl as he's like starting to walk away. Okay, she said that she doesn't need help, but she also thought I was referring to Trevor, who I understand maybe is a little more hot-headed than you. So, I guess I don't know anymore. I feel like, I don't know, if you want to go help her, that's your choice. I think you shouldn't. Maybe let her do her thing.
He sighs, pulls out a sending stone, and starts thinking of a conversation, like... And after about a minute of him being there silently, he just... You know, it's great when you're offering help, and then she laughs in your face about it. He pockets the sending stone. I love my family. I love my family. You know, fuck them. I'm gonna tell Mom. And he starts heading off.
Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ. I kind of was starting to think he was cool. I was like, maybe he's the cool one in the family, actually. And they're all just shitting on him because he doesn't have a sword. But then he did that.
Yeah, now I almost feel kind of bad. I don't want to... I wanted to help Izara if she needed it, right? But I also don't want it to be like, well, she's the baby sister and can't do anything.
Right. Wait, is Izara the youngest?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Daryl was the youngest. Okay. Yeah,
Daryl's the middle brother and gets shit on by both his older brother and his younger sister.
Sure.
So maybe telling his mom is probably a little bit of payback.
I was about to start flirting with him, and then he said, I'm going to go tell Mommy. And I said, oh, I will never hit on this man.
You could have had a good relationship.
Daryl. How old are you?
My name is Darylyn. And, I don't know, Trevor, how old are you?
I wanted to say I was like 40, because, you know, they could live to like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
So he's probably 40. He looks like he's late 20s, early 30s.
Mm.
So Daryl's probably in his 30s then, mid-30s, 35, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Because I picture the sister is probably like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's in his 30s somewhere.
And if you got me inadvertently in trouble, well, I was being a good boy at church.
Being so good flirting with this priestess at church. This is why I didn't go to church.
I was going to church. I didn't say for what reason.
That's true. When you were like, oh, what if I try to convince you to join my religion and you convince me to join your religion? I was like, this is why I didn't go to church with you. It's like, what a fucking nightmare. Nightmare.
He was using that as an in to get her to talk to him because they never really talk.
Oh. Okay, great. Well, Molly, do you want to go see if Aurelia wants to take a little evening walk around some nice houses?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right,
We
so you
go
guys
to
go
Aurelia's
find.
room.
Yeah, you find him reading that book that you guys got out of the geyser from the Owlin.
This is fascinating stuff.
Oh, don't show that to the kids.
They're there. They don't care.
Oh, sure.
I mean, Pearl is playing with a pony unicorn right now. She's probably got... I think at this point she's pulled him out of the pillow fort though, and basically has him like decorated with these like chunks of metal that she has, like he's a battle unicorn, and she's riding him into battle right now.
It's every girl's dream come true.
Yeah.
She gets an armored unicorn friend, yes.
Incredible.
So that's what you walk in on, is her riding this little janky armored unicorn into a fake battle. Charge! And I think her little mechanical panthers is and her little mechanical pinecone spider are the enemies, and they scurry running away from them as they charge.
Cute.
But yeah, Aurelia's reading that book you guys found.
Hello. Welcome to the party.
Hey.
Your friend hit the sack already. He went to bed. I think we might have gotten him a little drunk. I apologize for that, but
I'm just surprised you guys didn't scare him off.
actually he might be joining us if you're cool with it.
I'd like that.
Seems like a good guy. He told me a few funny stories about you. I hear you like to shoot people in the ass.
Oh my god. I think Molly just like stares daggers at like the door to her room.
Those Trevor all partied out up at the house.
You could say that. He went to church.
Church, huh?
Oh,
Doesn't
yes.
seem like the type. Did he tell you who he was going to pray to?
Atreus.
Aye, that's shocking.
Is that not his normal flavor?
From what I remember, I don't think so. Right?
Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
I have in front of both of you invoked the goddess that I worship. So yeah, you both know I worship the goddess of the Inquisition or Inquisitiveness.
Yeah, so I would say no, that's not necessarily who he usually turns to in these sorts of situations, but
Okay.
no, I've been kind of visiting different gods, and as far as I know, they're not really the jealous types. Well, one of them is, but for the
Well,
most part, they're not really jealous.
right. I think he might be trying to have the same kind of visit as you.
With Atreus.
When people go and visit a temple of a different faith, there's usually, I would bet a lot of money that there's a certain reason.
Potentially. There's always a reason for that, I'm sure, but I don't know if it's the reason that you're thinking of.
Maybe we're thinking of different reasons.
You're talking about a sex thing.
Me? Never. No. I don't know what that is.
We're definitely
I
talking
look
about
at the Kama Sutra you're holding. Yeah.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but Altus had a proposition for how he wanted to spend the rest of the night. Get out his nervous energy he has left over from the day.
I'm not talking about the sex thing. Molly, you're making it sound like a sex thing.
Molly just is like, it's going completely over her head.
Pearl's just like, what's sex?
Okay,
He
how
just
old
wants
is she?
the devil's trident. That's all.
I'm kidding. I know what sex
that's a
is.
conversation for Carter.
Okay, good.
You're just like,
Right,
I'm kidding.
right.
I know what sex is. I would
Yes.
much rather not talk about sex. Carter, what's
I think that's fine. How about we don't talk about sex with the children?
I
That can
love
be
that.
a good rule.
Yep. Great
We
rule.
love
Yep.
that. Perfect. Aurelia, we are pretty close to Alistair Strix's house. I'm not saying we try to go in, but maybe we try to take a little walk. On the streets nearby, there are some very nice houses. I put a little invisible eye, zip it around his property, see if I see any crazy shit or secret passages or weak points or whatever.
Hey, I could come along if you want.
Sure.
That's up to you. We didn't want to do something like that without talking to you first.
If anything, I can help you out a little bit on that stealthy side of things, and I don't know. I'm a sneaky dude. I can help you guys be sneakier.
True. Sweet. Well, I think we should go.
And I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
I'd like everyone to make stealth checks, please. With a
Oh
plus
God,
10.
please. I'm giving bardic inspiration to the two of you.
And you can just add a plus 10 as well.
Yeah.
Do that
Hell yeah.
without a trace.
Love it. 26.
Mine's at disadvantage because of my half plate.
Well, you still got 27 with that pass, so without a trace, so I think you're okay.
Hell yeah.
Alright, you guys, you're pretty sure you're sneaky your way through the streets there, very hidden in the shadows, and because you're in the noble district and they're kind of all estates of some sort, a lot of them have nice spaces between the houses, so it's like there's places you can find to hide. They wouldn't necessarily, like, because it's, even though there's spaces, it'd be filled with, like, garden stuff or trees or fountains or statues or whatever nobles need to look at. So you can easily flip through the shadows here and eventually make your way close to Alistair Strix's home. And, yeah, you're pretty confident your eye will easily reach within his walls here.
Yeah. I do it. I cast it.
Alright, so how much are you, like, are you just gonna go around the house at the moment, or inside?
I think I'm not trying to go inside yet. I'm like staying, I don't know if he has like walls, like, you know, I want to be able to look at his property and sort of circle it in case there's any wards, like if the spell will end if I, you know, go over the wall. I want to, like, is there anything notable about his property? Ooh.
This is what you see. He would have walls, and I'm sorry about the graphic glitches of the trees in the back. You don't see trees sticking out of a roof. I didn't notice it until after I made the picture, so they're there. But yeah, you would see, obviously he's got a larger sort of yard space, but this is the main part of his house that matters.
Okay. I will, because I see simultaneously in both places, so I'll make a minor illusion of what I'm seeing for the other two. I don't know, just so they are seeing it as well.
Yeah.
Is this just a fountain on the southeast here?
Yeah. Yeah. Very beautiful fountain.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
And it is
And I assume
just as beautiful as you like. Seems to be magically inclined to have this sort of churning color in with the water. And on the left too is a rare kind of tree he would have. It's not just a basic tree.
Ooh. Hey, either of y'all know what kind of tree that is? Is it something like it's a zombie tree, or like it has vampire eggs?
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, make a nature check. Just looks like a big tree, but Aurelio is like, why, yes. This was one of the trees I've seen before. But yeah, I'll say like it's not some kind of weird vampire tree. It doesn't spawn some monster eggs or anything crazy. It's just a very rare tree that somebody trying to show off has, you know. It you know that it has like a particular flower that only blooms in spring, but when it does, it has this like particular glow to it, almost luminescent. It's a very like magically rich person tree.
Yeah. And does there seem to be anything magical or significant about the fountain? Is it like unholy water or something?
You wouldn't be able to tell if it's necessarily unholy just by like the arcane eye hovering far enough away, you know, but
No, I just mean if that was just a...
Oh, yeah, like from what it looks like I said, it just looks like this gorgeous fountain that has these beautiful glowing colors swirling in the, you know, base of it as the water drips out to make it look incredibly beautiful. For a guy who doesn't throw parties, he certainly decorates like he does.
Sure. Does it look like it would be like a scrying pool or anything?
Maybe. Okay. It definitely does come up with magical energy. I mean, it's glowing, right? So, but it could be.
Okay. As I like shift the illusion to just be of the fountain to Molly and Aurelio, I'm like, I want to cast shatter on that thing so bad. I want to blow it up. What if we just did a little vandalism? It's fine. No, we don't want to tip him off.
I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. Normally I'm all about destruction and blowing shit up, but I don't think this is a good idea on this one.
I assume this gray thing on the roof is like a tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Can we see anything through the windows? Like, this is like a bird's eye view, but like going, I don't know, horizontally or whatever. Is there any action or...
All his curtains are closed. I will say on the back building that's green, there would be windows there. It looks like a greenhouse inside. There's tons of plants and trees and stuff.
Okay.
But the actual main house, no, he would have all the curtains closed.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll send the eye over the wall.
Immediately he comes... No, I'm kidding. You send it over a large
explode.
alarm. The alarm goes off.
Out.
Your skin goes inside out. No. You send it over the wall, and nothing happens so far. Seems to be okay.
Okay. I'll try to send it. It can pass through an opening as small as an inch, and it's invisible. So if there's a keyhole in the front door or a crack under a door or anything, I'll just see if there's an opening to get a peek inside.
Yeah, his front door would probably have... It definitely has a keyhole that you could probably squeeze it through, so... with that,
I do that.
let me make you a little icon for this thing for you to move around the
Okay, yeah.
the house. Just 1 second, sorry. Why is this not letting me? Not letting me turn on the dynamic lighting here. I don't know why. Even Roll20 hates me.
Roll20 hates everyone.
Why is it asking me to unlock dynamic lighting? It always let me do this.
Oh god. Paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but due to... Oh, okay. Well, I guess we are without dynamic lighting, so I could just move you over and you can take a look, but just note, it's how your eye has to float around.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is the first floor. You see 2 stairs up in this foyer section, and when you walk in, at first, there's right here is a podium for where there's a guest book that's currently open, and yeah, that's what you see in the front room here.
I look at the guest book. Are there any names in it?
Yeah, there are some names in it.
Is there
Any
a
notable
date?
ones? Yeah, or dates?
Currently, it is on a newer page, so I don't think your arcane eye can turn pages. But on this newer page, you do get, let me yoink up a name here. Prince William, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Who's this? Oh yeah, not him. You see Lord Wyman Rogan, and I will type that in there for you. And Lady Rhea Rogan, which you would have known them because you're part of the nobility, so you would have met him at some point.
Okay, bad guys.
Which I will show you them.
Interesting.
Obviously, you don't see their daughter's name in there, but
Yeah.
you would also see this guy. Percival Albright. He isn't technically a noble by blood, but he's so rich and powerful that he kind of just... It was like he was adopted into the nobility.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Oh no. Were the Rogans, is their family known for anything in particular, like a particular industry, or
Just mostly that
nobles? Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
have
looking.
very deep and ancient ties to Port Arbis, even somewhere down the line of the royal family. So they are as noble in that regard as can be, but they don't necessarily have a business that they're known for or anything like that. It's mostly just being born into the privilege for them.
True aristocrats.
Yeah, and those are the 3 names that you can see on this newer page here. Obviously, there's others in the back, but or more in the front.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of date to indicate when this newest page was?
Yeah, the Rogan family visited about a week ago, and Percival visited a couple days ago.
Okay, so he does have some visitors. Want to make sure this wasn't like ancient or something.
Right. Well, he is like heavily involved in like business or finance or something, right? Lord
Alistair?
Strix?
Yeah, he definitely is. He has lots of business ties.
Yeah.
He's more of that sort of investor kind of person. He doesn't have a specific business that's his. He just seems to find good ones to invest in, and all his investments just so happen to be very fruitful.
Turn to gold, yes.
Yeah, he's never picked a wrong investment.
Sweet. Cool. I'll keep zooming around.
Alright, so after that, do you go left or right? Or straight? Up? Or up the stairs?
I mean, I'll go right. Yeah.
Alright. So in the right, you would see this sort of like, it looks like one of those fancy waiting rooms, you know? Like when nobility have guests arrive, they can't just have them standing in the foyer, so they have this like incredibly fancy room where they can sit and have drinks and a fireplace and a nice area to just kind of wait for the Lord to see them, and that's what that looks like. You would in there see a very pale looking guy is sort of fixing up the place, like dusting the tables and fluffing the cushions and stoking the fire.
Okay. A butler. Cool. I'll zoom north, and I'm continuing to like minor illusion everything I'm seeing. So if you guys are like, make this check or whatever, yeah.
So the north here, you get into this more like ballroom type of location. It's very open, lots of chandeliers, this sort of podium stage up here, which you imagine sort of where like a band would go if you were to have it. But he's never hosted parties, so, take that for what it is.
Sweet.
Again, though, not too many people around. Like, other than that one pale butler you saw, you don't really... It seems so empty for the size of this place.
Sure. Vampire, to be expected. Yeah. It's a giant coffin. Keep going north. I'll just do like a loop around. Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go from right to left. You see a kitchen. It wouldn't be as full of food because obvious reasons, but there is some food there. You do see that there is another pale woman who is kind of also keeping things clean, but it looks like they have like an enchanted ice box, which, is like the equivalent of a fridge, and she seems to be kind of like antsily looking at this ice box. Like she wants to get inside of it, it looks like, but she's not opening it or looking in it. She's just kind of got that
blood in there. Yeah.
Is she human or humanoid?
Yeah, she looks human. And you do see a hatch over here.
Ooh. Is she gnomish?
No.
Are there any active meals being made? Like, are there... Okay.
No.
curious if what's Aurelia's daughter name? Was it Elia?
Elia, yeah.
Ellie.
I was wondering if she had any like favorite foods. Because when I see real food, I go, oh, maybe there's hope that she's not a vampire.
There is some food there, so it isn't completely empty of actual food, but...
Cool. Is there a slat in the hatch or under it that the arcane eye could slip through just to see where it goes?
There is. 1 second. I apologize for the size of this, because that's just how the map making program works, but I will ping you over to the cellar. Oop, there we go. That should have moved you over.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
And it's what you would expect down here. There is aging barrels of wine or bottles of wine and barrels of... Do they age whiskey? I think they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Me, a non-drinker, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, he does have alcohol aging here.
Interesting. Okay.
I will say, as you are down here, though, it's almost like the house is starting to creak and moan a little. And not moan as in, like, a person's moan, but you know how a house just has that, long kind of creak and ticking that it can do.
Okay.
Does he hear that out of the eye? Is that something that we noticed from standing where we are?
That's a good point. I don't hear through the eye. It's just vision.
Then yeah, I would say you guys barely would hear it, because I'm sure you're not too close to the house, but you can barely hear it creaking and moaning.
Okay. Okay. I assume it doesn't look like there's any obvious... I assume this cellar is well built in that there's no, ooh, we could dig a hole and sneak up through the cellar. I don't know.
I mean, the floors look pretty sturdy, but if you want to give me like a in perception, I guess would be the check, because you can't really investigate with an arcane eye.
If you're pitching this out loud to Aurelio too, he's got some ideas that we might be able to work with here, with like
totally
moving earth, stuff like that.
Yes, I'm talking all this out loud. Yeah, I got a 10. I don't see anything.
No, it looks pretty like a pretty closed off cellar.
Great. Going back up, zipping through that dining room up top or whatever it was.
All right. So yeah, over here seems to be kind of like this sort of mid-storage workshop. Nothing really too elaborate in there. And, you know, when you get over here, it looks like there's some other servant sort of quarters that are there. You do see a couple of other pale people. One is a dwarven woman who kind of is just on her bed staring off into space, and another is male dragonborn who is pacing and as pale as a dragonborn can look. But there's also stairs there.
Oh, yeah. I think go zip back to the entrance through this left room. I think I'm more interested in if I can put eyes on either Elia or Alistair. So I want to go to the stairs for the rich people, not the poor people's stairs.
So it goes up to this sort of balcony overhang, you know, and you see multiple rooms and directions, and elaborate ways to go. How far can this eye see?
I think it's 30 feet. Or I actually don't know if it says.
It
I
has
think it's just normal.
30 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
But it seems to be able to see just fine. Alright, then in that case, I will say over here, like on this side of the room, you see Alistair Strix himself, which I will send into the chat. He is.
How hot is he? Yeah.
They're all super hot, man. Just
I mean,
he's a vampire. He gotta be hot.
Oh, he's very hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He, has his sort of wavy black hair and piercing blue eyes, and he doesn't have his cane, like, in his hand in this case, but it is leaning on the side there, and he is pacing a little back and forth. And next to him is...
The real question is, how hot is she? No, I'm kidding.
a very beautiful halfling woman. Brown hair, green eyes.
She's so cute!
And if you minor illusion her...
I now understand why he killed his entire family to be with her.
Right? If you minor illusion her, Aurelio, you recognize her immediately, of course. And how does it feel to see your daughter for the first time in over 100 years?
I think for Aurelio, it's still just a little bit of a fantasy. Like, it's not real yet, especially this being a minor illusion. It's just out of grasp, like it always has been for him for 150 years. So it's close, but it's still so far away that he almost does not feel like it's attainable,
But confirmed.
As he's pacing, it seems like she's trying to talk to him. You can't hear what they're saying, of course, but as someone eventually comes over to him, another pale figure, a male. You can't see too many details on him because he seems to be very roguish looking with the cloak up and all of that. But he does look a bit nervous to approach, and Alistair gives him a sharp look to force him to speak. And after that, he heads over and basically picks up his cane and stabs this guy through the stomach with it. And the guy, which you can see a little more clearly, you think he was either an elf or a human, but now as the hood falls back from the impact, he is so mauled and mangled that you can't really tell which one he is anymore. And he falls to the ground, bleeding out in front of him and Elia. Which Elia seems to react and say something to him. But he gives her a sharp eye and tells her something back. She looks panicked and kind of seems to be begging him, from what you can tell. But he points to the stairs and says something commanding. And begrudgingly, she starts heading up the stairs. As this man is now bleeding out on the floor.
Oh, sure.
You will see that the man has fangs growing as hunger is kicking in, and you're pretty sure he's not going to die from this now that you see that he's a vampire of some sort.
I think as soon as you had kind of done the minor illusion and we saw that Elia was there too, I think that Molly probably just put like a hand on Aurelio's shoulder trying to be a little comforting.
Aurelio's appreciative of that. I don't know that you see it outwardly expressed, but he's definitely appreciative.
2 questions. Did it seem like this guy who's just stabbed, help me if I'm misunderstanding, did he just become a vampire? Like he's growing fangs now? Or like I'm seeing that he has fangs now?
You're seeing he has fangs now as he's, bleeding out and getting hungry.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yes.
they're
and
sort of
does Elia look pale? Or does she look...
She does look pale, but seems to be wearing makeup to hide a lot of that.
Okay. So she's a vampire. Can I make just an insight check on the relationship between her and Alistair? Because I'm thinking back to whatever session 1 or 2 when I did the commune, and the commune was like, do not cast sending to talk to Elia.
Yeah,
and I think the general assumption was like,
make me send
she's under his thrall.
An insight check, yeah.
Okay. Come on. Natural 20!
All right, you read this bitch like a book.
Yeah!
Basically, as the conversation was, she showed genuine concern and care for Alistair as he was pacing back and forth. She seemed to be very upset for him, but not afraid of him, if that makes sense. It looked very much like a woman in a relationship would be concerned when her partner is upset. But after Alistair punished this dude for whatever news he gave him, she was then kind of... It wasn't like she was trying to backtalk his decision, I guess. It was more like, oh, maybe you overreacted. That kind of vibe was sort of what you were getting. Like, it's not his fault, dear. That sort of thing. But obviously he didn't take to that, and after he turned and told her whatever he told her and pointed to the stairs, that made her sink into a terror that seems very unnatural for the vibes you got before. It felt very unfitting, like it was kind of a strange shift from the way she was being a supportive wife to now I'm terrified of you.
Interesting.
No, Dave, overreacting is when I put your Mercedes through a wood chipper.
I'm assuming the bad news he got is about his shipment. Maybe. Or something. Maybe she succeeded in fucking something up or stealing from them, or it got impounded. Okay. Cool. I think... Yeah, I mean... I'll try to... Are y'all seeing this map, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure you guys aren't sitting here looking at a blank screen. Sweet. Cool.
Map?
I think I'm just zipping through these rooms. I'm more like, I can't investigate deeply. I'm more just like, if anything catches my eye, if there's anything obviously magical, if there's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
More just kind of like, get a glance in here.
All right. As your arcane eye begins to shift around, I'd say again you hear the house creak and Alistair stops, kind of eyeing it, and sort of eyes in the general direction of your eye. It doesn't look like he necessarily sees it directly, but he seems to have a sense that something is up.
Yep.
So, not sure if you want to continue and push your luck, or...
Was there another story above this?
Yep.
I mean, we gotta push the luck, right? Or I guess... it seems like maybe...
I see we get that's why the getting's good. I've been down this road with him before. It's not a great idea to push your luck with Strix.
Sure. Plus he's in a bad mood. Okay, I am the spell. And we slink off into the shadows quickly. We go, run.
I had a campaign literally end because of this, where everybody was like, oh, let's just randomly scry this one dude, and it was the villain.
Well...
And it's like, well, that escalated quickly.
I mean, just because he sees that there's an arcane eye, why would he think it's me? I'm just some slutty little rich kid.
But he doesn't know
Honestly-
about me yet, as far as we know.
Honestly, that is probably somewhat accurate. It'll take a while for him to suspect Altus is fucking spying on him.
And if he does figure it out, I might be able to play it off that it's for like voyeur. I might be able to be like, "You're so hot. I just wanted to stare at you." I can play dumb, but we run so we don't get killed.
You play himbo. Just go full himbo.
Yeah.
So you run away and head back to the Blackthorn estate, and I think around this time is exactly when Trevor gets back too from his discussion with Leandra.
Depending on how long it took, I would have cast Pass Without a Trace if we needed it again. I've got an hour. If we need it on the trip back, I would do that.
Yeah, I'd say probably because it took a while. Like, the eye only moves so fast, and with how long you guys were looking, so... Yeah, nice glimpse into the house. There you guys go.
Ooh.
I'm so glad I prepared making this house.
Yeah, oh my god. Incredible.
You guys all come in and Trevor's sitting there and he goes, do you know what time it is?
I don't.
Are you aware of what time of night?
What time
I
of
don't
night
feel
is
that I'd
it?
be inside. I'd be in Mimi. I'd go out to Mimi in the courtyard, so I don't know that I'd make it all the way inside.
Yeah, he's just laughing. He's trolling Altus. And he's like, Altus, I expected this, but Molly, I'm surprised.
Well, what can I say?
Oh, out for a walk?
Yes. Don't you dare try to insult us, Dad. We know you were at the temple again for hours on your knees.
I'll let it slide this time. What'd you guys find? What'd you do?
Well, we kind of... Well, I say we, it was mostly Altus, but spied on Strix a little bit. Aurelio went with us, of course, but we verified that Elia's really there.
Well, you're an artist, right? Is there a way you might be able to draw us a map?
Oh, sure. I just make a minor illusion. Maybe your little brother could make a map.
Daryl? Yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to lay low. I guess he's on the warpath.
Oh, yes.
Actually, you wouldn't
Is
have
your
known.
sister
Darylin and Izara have not come home yet.
Oh.
That's as far as you know.
Well, they haven't returned.
Did did his mom go with them too then? Since Daryl ran for mommy?
Do you go ask?
I'll cast message towards her.
What do you say?
Oh, hello, Melira. Are you here? Did you leave? Are your children okay?
Always a pleasure to hear you all, Altus. And yes, I am here. I'm on the balcony. And are they in trouble? Why wouldn't they be here?
Message her back. Izara said she was handling it when I checked in with her about the shipments, and then Daryl said that he wanted to help, and they got into a fight, and I don't know. Then we spied on Strix, and it seemed like he was very upset about something, so maybe Zara was very successful.
Trevor's just staring at Altus make faces while thinking, and he's like, "Are you doing that message thing?"
Yes, I'm talking to your mom.
Melira doesn't
What's
answer.
going on?
She appears and she walks down the hall towards you guys, and she's just like, "What's going on here?" Azara said that she was handling it.
What's going on?
She wasn't supposed to
I'll get my
handle
armor.
anything. She was just supposed to check on this package. Why would she need to be handling anything?
I think Molly just like exchanges a look with Altus, like, I don't know if we fucked up or not.
Trevor just stands up and starts getting armor on.
Oh no. We did not ask her to do anything. I checked in on her when we returned today to see if she had been kidnapped or anything, and she said it was fine and she was handling it. Molly and I told this to Darellen, and he said that means she's not okay, and we had like 3 more back and forths. And last we heard, Darellen said that he was going to tell on Izara to you.
Well, he didn't. I actually haven't seen him since he came to pick up Pearl this afternoon.
I'll go get the kids.
I assumed they were busy at work. All right. You go get them then. But let me know if you need help.
Yes, of course, Mother. Well, how about a night walk?
Oh no. Yes.
Do you think Zara is about to be real upset with this?
I mean, why would she be upset? You know, we didn't tell anyone to do anything. This is this family, okay? We just tried to help them work it out.
That's true.
Altus, do me a favor.
Yes.
You know Leandra, right?
You would. She is a noble lady of the district,
yes. That's where you were. All right, yes. What about her?
Yes, of course. Do me a favor and message her that we might need help.
So I can't do that anymore today. I've used a lot of magic, unfortunately.
You
Let's
used the
swing by
last
the
one to
church.
talk to someone in the same house that we were in.
Yep, that's true.
Let's swing by the church.
Oh no, that was the message cantrip. I used my last sending. Yeah,
That makes
on
sense.
Izara, I think.
That being said, actually, since you guys stayed so late talking about gods, I think you had the opportunity to walk her home if you so chose, because she would be coming home
Yeah, then
to
I would have done that.
Yeah. And,
It's the noble gentleman thing to do.
and since she comes from an elven family, her estate is obviously very elven architecture. It's not severely splashed with Atreus stuff or anything like that, but there is a garden of white and red roses that seems to be her little Atreus project.
You, me, and Aurelio both are all know elves don't like art or know anything about it.
It's only the dwarves that know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dwarves understand art. In our other campaign, me and another player are both elves, and the dwarf literally says we don't know shit about art. We're like, we're fucking elves.
Exactly. Elves are have such a sense of supremacy about their elvishness. Being like, we're so elegant and wayfish, and it's like, you suck. Oh, look, a leaf. Oh, holy shit,
Yep.
you carved another fucking leaf in something? Wow.
Yeah, I'm making a stop by her house.
Okay.
Knock, knock, knock.
Obviously, like, a servant would answer, and it's just like, may I help all of you?
I need to convert immediately. It's urgent. Bring me Lady Leandra.
If you could bring Leandra, tell her maybe suit up first.
And quick little bit of clarification: did you guys grab Aurelio before you had left, or did you leave him in me?
Yeah, we're going full team, but I don't want to bring Willow.
No, Willow's a unicorn. There's no way he's letting him out of Mimi. Actually, I think because it's getting late, Pearl probably is curled up into a willow-shaped bed. As a pony, he curled up on his little pillow fort bed, and then Pearl in the nook of that. Which is going to be awkward when he's a boy next tomorrow, but hey, as a pony, it makes sense.
She's got the willow pillow.
Yeah, willow pillow.
Willow pillow.
I think Aurelio is actually seriously debating going along with you guys just because Willow's here, and if all of the Black Wardens are going out to like not find sister, but
Well, it's not all of us. It's literally just me.
Yeah, I'm just worried about Willow, but I'm also worried about, like, the biggest reason that we didn't do this was because I didn't want to, like, make myself known in the city at all. So he's having a moment of conflict here.
I can turn you invisible.
Yeah, you don't have to go.
Could go invisible, like you said.
If you could turn into a tiny little fly and sit on my pocket.
I think I'm going to stay here and protect Willow, but... do we have any more of those sending stones?
I think Sarah said that we all got one to connect to each other because of Mimi.
Pearl can make them.
Oh, Pearl.
Yes, Pearl.
Yeah,
So,
if you
I'll say
asked
if
her
you-
to... You would have had to ask her to make one for Altus today, but she definitely could have done that.
I'd say that I'm going to stay here. I'm going to kind of hold down the fort, but if you guys need me in an emergency, I'd be down there in a heartbeat.
Understood. Well, I won't call you unless it's absolutely dire.
Or if you end up facing Strix, let me know.
Oh.
Of course I will.
Oh no. I hope not that.
That being said, you guys don't actually have to go very far, because as you're getting ready to go to Leandra's house and start heading out, you actually see Durellin and Azara. Azara mostly doing the walk of shame as Durellin is walking with her, and behind them is this small chest floating on a floating disc.
Trevor's gonna run over and be like, Darlin, thank you. We all know how she gets.
You're welcome. I didn't need help.
It
Of course
wasn't a
you-
matter of help. Your family. I like to make fun and joke, but I'd take out half of Arbis for you guys. You know that.
I just thought I could handle it on my own. That's all.
Don't get overzealous. Even I need help. Do you know how many times I fell in the last battle? If my allies didn't help me, then I would have rotted there, out in the middle of the damn desert.
Yeah, but did it have to be Daryl? She kind of smirks.
Trevor will smirk as well and be like, oh, come now. We all give him sass and attitude, but we all know that he's probably got scary, frightening spells.
I do read Mother's books, you know.
I do, and that's why I make that joke that you have scary spells, because I've seen what Mother casts.
He smirks and he's just... Anyway, matters is just that we're all here, so... But he
Well, I gotta go
indicates
tell
that...
Leandra sorry.
He indicates the chest. You actually didn't get to her yet. This happened before you got there. But he gets to the, he points out the chest, and he's just like, this is what all the fuss was about.
What's in it? Is it locked?
I say
Seems
we
to
open
be.
it at the house. I'm sure Mother knows some spell that unlocks things.
I have a few as well.
Like knock.
No, I wish. Listen, limited options.
As you get inside and see Malira pacing around, she runs over though and she sees the other two and throws her arms around both of them, and she's just like, "Oh, children, what am I supposed to do with you running off getting into trouble and then not telling me so I can save you?" We don't... I'm fine, Mom. I said I could handle it. Of course, dear. As she starts...
when she says that.
As she she's like, of course you could have. And she starts, like, fixing Azara's hair, you know, and getting her all into shape again, because she's got a little disheveled with everything that happened. And while she's busy with that, Duralin easily, like, just takes this opportunity to swiftly maneuver around and away from his mom. And goes to hide.
It's quite acrobatic when getting away from situations.
He has to be. But he does let the chest kind of lower there and disperses the floating disc as he disappears into the study. And Malira is just like, "What is this? I thought you were supposed to only look at the shipment, not actually kidnap it." "Well, it got complicated. And I had to take it because..." She knocks on the chest, and then you hear a knock inside. And we'll call it there tonight.
Oh.
I love that I got rid of NPCs only for you guys to adopt a new one. That's...
I love adopting random NPCs.
You know what, though? Once we're done with Strix, with our army of NPCs, we'll moonlight them.
Yeah.
Just the whole family.
If someone wants to run like a side campaign, you can do a spin-off and be like, and here are the 4 NPCs that we left in Port Arbis. True. What are they up to? Yeah.
Or in the island of big, beautiful women.
Some random one shot where you all just take up NPC character sheets and...
Yes.
John Willow.